Doing this. Okay, let's see if that fucking worked. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm wondering if my RAM's going bad again. But if my RAM is going bad again, I'm going to start thinking it's my motherboard, and I don't want to rebuild this whole fucking computer. Anything above 5 is good. 10 is seen as exceptional, and yeah, we had quite a few that had more than 10. Portable Hell Bomb is a free stratagem today. Nice. Yeah, no. Once Mammoth is done with the editing, we can pop on for that. Oh shit, she finished the chicken hut and is working on her builder's hut. Nice. Good. Why do I have to get fucking all these weird things? Where do I find Acacia? Acacia Minecraft. Cool. There's always like every time I get to a new tier in mine colonies, there's some weird fucking item that they start requiring for no reason. Like, it makes no sense why this item would suddenly need... And it's always like a small amount. It's like, yeah, you just need one acacia. Or you need one of this weird fucking item that is nowhere near where you are. And I don't get it. It's like... I mean, I get it conceptually as it's like, oh yeah, this is a new roadblock. This is a new thing you have to do. But goddamn, is it stupid. Oh, that's right. I have them upgrading the town hall too. God damn it! Will that? Okay, I think there's a savanna biome this way. Let me double check. Hold on. Yeah, right there. There's a savanna biome that I can get to fairly easily. Grab some acacia, grab some saplings, and be good to go. Just a fuck ton of dark oak trees that aren't growing. Fuck. Yo. Hold on. This acacia? It is. Okay, good. Give me. Okay. And now I'm going to have to plant some dynamic trees. One of the things I don't like about dynamic trees that I did not know when I installed it, and then I did not know when I picked the biome, the area I was going to be building in, because I wanted to build dark oak medieval village because I think it looks a little bit cooler than the spruce one. This is dynamic trees. It's just one of the mods. But one of the things I didn't know is that dynamic trees also makes it so the trees will not grow nearly as fast or as large if you're not in the biome that they're supposed to be in. So my dark oak only seems to get to the point, the dynamic trees dark oaks only gets to the point where I can have like get like 5 or 6 oak or wood from it, and that takes forever for it to get to that point. And even like the bone meal, it takes an excessive amount of bone meal to get it to grow to that point. So I would have either just said, fuck it, I'm building a spruce village. But even then, the spruce would not grow as easily, but I had spruce saplings that I brought over with me. I would have said, fuck it, I'm building a spruce village, or I would have built this in the dark forest biome, and I didn't do that. Bam. And the fallen trees kill? Yeah, hold on, let me show you. They do, it does an amount of damage, but it can kill you. Let me find, there's a tree. Hold on. And all the natural gen is generally, with if you have dynamic trees, makes it dynamic trees, but you'll occasionally get one that is a vanilla tree, and those will drop saplings. Those will drop saplings that you can use to make the trees like this that are natural and will respond. Hey, what's up, Arista? How you doing? Yeah, Streamlabs crashed for some fucking reason. I'm beginning to think it's my RAM might be going bad again. Who fucking knows? But like, if it's my RAM going bad again, if that's what it turns out to be, because I've been having like, I can't watch Netflix on my computer now because I can watch it, but then it randomly crashes, and I have to refresh it. And I can't, like, in Minecraft occasionally crashes, and now Streamlabs is starting to occasionally crash again, which the last time it happened was because I had the i9 CPU and it was faulty, it was buggy, so it was causing issues. But now it's, I need an excessive amount of RAM, and RAM is cheap. But I'm starting to think that, okay, if the RAM, it's like the second or third time I've had to replace RAM. And the first time it was like, okay, it was because I had not yet accepted that I needed a brand new CPU. And I replaced it, and then the RAM I replaced it with was faulty, so I ended up having to change it back because it turned out the original RAM wasn't bad. But I'm beginning to think it might be a motherboard. It might just be my motherboard. Do a memory test in your BIOS, because if your RAM fails, it's your RAM. If the test fails, it's the board. Yeah, you know what? Whenever I get off, I'll do that. You're right. I don't know why I didn't think to do that. I hate some of the RAM tests you can do. That they want you to do, because it's like, oh, you have to set up 1,000 fucking tests. This is effectively my own mod pack. It is a derivation of all the mods 9 or 10. So took all the mods 9, dialed it down. CurseForge took all the mods 9, dialed it down to have a lot less mods. I got rid of a lot of the redundant mods. That way it would be easier because this is for the server, this is for the community, for the Discord. So it would make it easier for like people with weaker computers to play on, and then added some stuff that wasn't in all the mods 9. So kind of, but it's really just a piece together all the mods 9. But me and Grim are starting to work on a RP server. We're going to be working on a role-playing server that is going to be a customized mod pack, and I'll put more details out about that when the time comes. The next time I host a Power World server, because I still have the old Power World server up, obviously. I still get on it occasionally and I record it. It's going to be modded to hell, because I have not modded Power World yet. They'll mod the shit out of it for make it a little bit more interesting. Because that's the big thing. Like, every time I've hosted a Power World server, it just once it got to the point where it got grindy, I started to get bored. I came in sort of the middle of that conversation about RAM. Was that directly related to the Minecraft stuff? No, it was more so about my computer just having random things crash. And it might be RAM. I'm thinking it's RAM, but the fact that I've had RAM issues a few times, I'm thinking it also might be the motherboard, and particularly like the RAM slots in the motherboard, which is the least favorable one, because if it's the motherboard, then I have to rebuild the entire computer. If something is wrong with the motherboard, I have to rebuild the entire computer. I find if I haven't playing a modded, I have to go into the loader settings and adjust the RAM lot. Otherwise, it takes a million years to load. Oh no, I have plenty of RAM allotted to this. I have 64 gigs of RAM in this computer, and I have plenty of RAM allotted to it. It's just I might have faulty RAM. So essentially, if the RAM is faulty, if there's like a part of the RAM that's faulty, when the game tries to or when the computer tries to load something with that part of the RAM that is faulty, it will crash. And the way things are crashing, the stuff that's crashing is leading me to think that it's RAM. But it could also just be the motherboard, especially since I've had multiple different sets of RAM sticks put in here and stuff keeps going wrong. So yeah, I'll have to do a BIOS test for that to see if it's a motherboard or not. Okay, let's see here. Let's go over here. But yeah, this is the primary mod that I'm using playing this game, Orista, is mine colonies, but there's a bunch of stuff in here. I was like, I for a while there, whenever I hosted a server, whenever I had a server, I stuck at like 1.12 because that's where a lot of the mods that I love from my childhood stopped being supported. And then I got convinced to host one that was 1.2 or 1.20 and found out that mine colonies exists. And oh my fucking god, I love mine colonies. My setup is ancient. I need to build a new PC, but that's going to have to wait until sometime next year. Yeah, it's expensive. Did you use Skydaz? No. Everything I used to loan was Feed the Beast or Tekkit. And like my favorite ones were like I liked Ars Magica 2, Open Blocks, Buildcraft. What's the other one? Thaumcraft was fun. There's a bunch of different stuff that I used to really like from there. I miss Lycanite mobs. Lycanite mobs added a bunch of fun stuff. When I was younger, when I first started playing, my brother was the one that hosted the servers. He was the one that like did all that stuff. Because when I started playing, it was like 13, 14, or whatever the fuck it was. So my brother was the one that hosted the servers, and by the time I started hosting my own, like Feed the Beast and Tekkit existed. I used it when I was young and dumb and didn't know how to install mods myself. Yeah. But CurseForge, thank God things like CurseForge exist because it makes it so much easier than it used to be. Because I do remember trying to do it myself manually and having to do all the deconfliction myself and just being so frustrated all the time. I'm going to need to go into the nether.
Hey.
Lovely. Let's drop all this stuff off. I haven't made it to the nether yet because it has not been a priority. Still need hay bales. That's the one thing holding me up right now is hay bales, and it's taken forever to grow. Okay, let's drop all this off. Bam. My storage management isn't great, but part of that is just because the couriers don't put anything away in an intelligent way, so I just kind of give up on it. Oh, I still have that. Might as well take some lava with me. Might as well bring some lava back for the whatchamacallit. My favorite mod pack of all time is Regrowth, and I just recently saw that someone made a spiritual successor called Reclamation. I don't remember that one. I used a lot of the like just Tekkit and Feed the Beast, like big pre-built ones back in the day. It wasn't until kind of recently that I actually started getting into making my own mod pack. Like recently, within like the last few years, I actually started bothering like custom making my own mod packs. and that was Yogscraft and stuff. Yeah, Yogscraft. There was a good few ones that were just like that I really enjoyed. I can't even remember the names of them, which I feel like a fake fan. But there was a good few ones that I really enjoyed, and I mostly started getting into making like designing my own when I started like hosting servers for more people that didn't have really good computers. So I was like, okay, I need to start like picking and choosing and deciding what I want and what I don't want instead of just having this mod pack that has 1,000 things in it, but that makes it harder for people with weaker computers to load. I'm not good with optimization when it comes to custom building mod packs, so good on you. It's I mean, some of it's trial and error, and then you have to do like a lot. You still do have to do like some level of deconfliction a lot of times, because there will be some like CurseForge is pretty good about making sure the right stuff is all installed, but then you'll still get those issues where like all the right stuff is installed, everything should be good, but there's just something that's not working. And it's sometimes will tell you, but I've legitimately at one point had to go through, and I spent like a night doing this, go through like 140 mods or something like that, uninstall or deactivate one, try to reload. Okay, it's still not loading. That wasn't it, and then turn that one back on, and and blah blah blah, and do the next one, just to figure out why something wasn't working. And what ended up happening, I think it was for some reason one of them installed, uh, like as a either newer or older version. There was a dependency issue, and one of them installed as a newer or older version than it was supposed to, and just was causing issues. There's still a little bit of that you have to go through sometimes with even with CurseForge and shit. But it's so much easier than it used to be. Is the title going to be Blizzard employees are defending themselves against AI corpos since the union covers loss of jobs due to AI takeover? Sure. I love that you said, is the title going to be like as if I had any idea? I had an idea at some point, but I can't remember. Something like that, or Blizzard employees are fighting back, or something like that. But I like that one. That one's good. I'm fucking brain dead. I know. I mean, I am categorically the boss or whatever. Like but I didn't even have an idea. It was gonna be like something along the lines, but I need to be better about that. I think when I recorded it, I had no idea. Yeah, it's punchier. Oh, I have sticky notes on my computer. Like I have the sticky note like app on my computer, so I use that all the time. But there's times when like I think that one I literally recorded. Me and my girlfriend were getting ready to go out to. We were planning on going out to dinner, uh, and we were finishing watching Sing 2. We were halfway through Sing 2, and then I saw the article talking about it. I was like, babe, I gotta go record something. And she's like, well, we're about to go to dinner. We're watching the show. I was like, yeah, just give me a second. So like, I didn't even take the time. I read the art. I just like, okay, I got to my computer. I read the article to make sure I knew what I was talking about, and then I recorded it, but I was not thinking about what am I going to call this, and then I kind of just dropped the ball on that. But I put a lot of faith in Mammoth. Mammoth really understands a lot of this really well now, so I'm very willing to be like, hey, if you got a good idea, let's roll with it, kind of thing. Okay, so since this video is about AI specifically, what is your opinion on me generating a shitty version of a Diablo 4 Lilith to use for the thumbnail? Yes. Go for it. But let's make sure we put in the pinned comment something acknowledging that. Because I like the bit, and I like the messaging of doing that. Because it is basically saying it's bad. Especially if you make sure it looks very AI and looks very, very bad. But let's make sure to put something in the thumbnail that says yes, or in the pinned comment that says yes, the thumbnail was AI generated, or at least part of the thumbnail is AI generated. It was for the bit. Especially like as outspoken as I've been against the use of AI in creative spaces, I want to make sure that people understand that this is not going to be a consistent thing. This is for the bit. Okay, let's not do that. Let's do this. For now, this is just going to be right like this. Nope. Take that back. But how's everyone in chat doing today? Bam, bam. Okay. I do have plenty of these. Good. Okay. Which direction do I want to which direction do I want to take this? Do I want to put the portal? Is it? That's good. That's good. I mean, it seems like it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to fighting the flying Terminids. I know I'm going to need to respec a lot because like I am spec really well for fighting the Illuminate, and I'm spec really well for fighting the automatons, the robots, and I'm spec decently well for fighting the Illuminate, but I am not spec at all for Terminids. I suck on them. I do think ironic using AI generated stuff when we're talking about AI is kind of funny. Yeah, and we've done that before. We have done that in the past where we've or maybe this was before you really started editing before a lot, but on the video where I was talking about like being against AI, I used AI generation in the thumbnail for the bit. No one said anything about it, but that video also didn't do super well. Yeah, when you're using AI for the purposes of parody of AI, it's like it's fine. And I don't like mind people using AI just like on a personal level for like, you know, silly things. Like if it's your personal D&D campaign and you're not publicizing anything and you want to use AI to generate your character, to generate a monster, fine, whatever, who cares? But when you start profiting off of it, that's when it's like you are stealing someone else's work. Yeah. I remember seeing the stop sign looking like a shitty AI generated sign that wasn't even English. Yeah. No, it was stupid. It was really bad. I'll have to go back and watch that one. I wouldn't say I'm pro AI, but I don't agree with some of the arguments that are thrown around, especially on Reddit. If you're using it for personal use, then fine, whatever. It's victimless. The moment you start using it in commerce, you are using the work of actual artists because the AI is generated from the work that they've done, and then taking away jobs from artists. And I don't think that's fair. That's my general stance on it. Yeah. And whenever I've heard the argument a lot, it's like, well, it's for freedom of speech. Do you not know what freedom of speech is about? It has nothing to do with stealing people's work for your own personal gain. It has everything to do with the government not limiting what you are and aren't allowed to say. You are still committing copyright infringement, effectively. Do what the fuck you want. Who cares? Commercial use, pay your fucking artist. Yeah, exactly. Like, well, it's not fair that I can't do this thing because I don't have the skills to do it. Yeah, and you know who also didn't have the skills to do it? The artists that made that work. But then they practiced, and they practiced really hard, and they put a lot of effort into developing those skills, and that's why they can do it now. So all you're saying is that you're too lazy to put in the effort, but you still want to profit off of it. Off when they started putting AI-generated content inside of COD for calling cards and emblems, and they looked ass, fucking Santa Claus with 6 fingers and shit inside of paid content. Yeah, no, it's so lazy. It's a good tool for inspiration, but shouldn't... yeah, no, 100%. Like, using it for inspiration, 100%. I've used it for inspiration. I've used it to, like, help me be like, okay, where do I want to go with this? Or, like, I've literally used it to send to an artist and say, okay, draw me something similar to this. This is what I want. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with using for inspiration, but the moment you're just using the actual AI for commercial purposes, I genuinely think it should be considered copyright infringement. And I think there should be just a law that is just general copyright infringement when, like, there's no specific person that can claim it, but it's specifically target AI, but that gets super complicated and people be pissy and blah, blah, blah. And, but I don't know how to do art. Cool. Practice. Practice or pay someone. And the funny thing is, a lot of the people I know that are probably complaining about, like, you know, AI should be fine and blah, 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 are also the people that are probably complaining about the fact that they're underpaid and they're not getting paid commensurate with their effort and it's stupid and they're losing all their jobs to robots and et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, okay, cool. So you want to get personal gain from the use of AI and robotics and stuff like that. But the moment it hurts you, now it's a problem. Cool. Hypocrisy. The artists that sell art for like $100 for commission, it's just AI crapped out slop. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It is. There is a village somewhere that has. I know I have it somewhere, but it is just it's pure fucking laziness, man, and it's like a level of. Oh, it's hypocrisy. This is okay for me, but not for you. And then, like, yeah, if you're gonna be selling art, like I had someone comment on one of my videos where I mentioned that I think AI is bad, and straight up say, and I say it's lazy. In that video, I say it's lazy, and someone commented like, clearly you just don't know how much effort it takes to actually, you know, learn how to use AI well. It's like you're typing in prompts. You're not using any level of skill. You're doing data entry. It's not. It might take a few iterations to get it right and to figure out exactly what to put in there. But the amount of work that the artist put into to make that design originally that is being stolen from is immensely more than anything. Yeah. It's people trying to justify it's like they're calling themselves out, man. It's what they're doing. It's like if they think that is hard, if they think that is effort, then they are saying they are the most useless person. They are actively talking about how useless they are because of the fact that they think that is difficult. It takes a few hours to basically exactly what you want from AI content versus years and years of daily practice as if it's even remotely comparable. Years and years to decades of practice to learn the skill, and then the amount of time it takes to do the thing to begin with. So that can and should be utilized in ethical ways. Yeah. And there's a lot of good uses for AI. You see the medical advances of AI. And one of the things I think is really bad is that now that we're seeing all of these like bad uses of AI, there's going to be a lot of people that are just fully anti-AI, and the profit for AI is coming in the concept of doing this, like what I'm calling copyright infringement. But AI has so many good uses, like in medical science or in doing mass scale analysis of large sets of data that would save a lot of people time and allow medicine to advance and allow a lot of these industries that actually help people advance faster. And then it's being sublimated into, you know, people being lazy. I'm pro AI, just has to be done correctly. I genuinely cannot wait for the future of AI. Just this current iteration of people generating shitty images, claiming them to be artists, can get fucked. AI, when it's used properly, is a great tool. AI, when it's used to be a lazy piece of shit that is stealing jobs from very, very skilled artists that already have a hard enough time getting work, is bad. That's my 2 cents on it. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm right 100%, everyone else is wrong. But I will say, if you think using AI is just as hard as learning how to be an artist, you're wrong. When AI is being used for, like I don't have a problem with the AI generated like Elon Musk pregnant pictures. I think that's funny. It's being used for parody, and it's being used for parody in a way that no artist would ever get hired for. No reputable artist would probably get hired and paid actual money to do that. So it's being used for a bit. And I get a kick out of those AI generated Sasquatch videos. But again, that's something that would not exist if it weren't for AI. That would be a thing that wouldn't be happening if it weren't being done with AI. And there's legitimately like an AI project that I kind of want to work on. I think I've talked to you, Mammoth, about it, and I'm going to keep it quiet, but something that I think would be interesting to do with AI, and I'm trying to decide if it's crossing, like, if it's something I'm okay doing. But just because I think it is a interesting and neat thing. Yeah, the AI Sasquatch videos are great. I shared an image of a pregnant Shrek that said Shreknancy that cracked me up, posted on Reddit, and got demolished because it was AI generated. No, not AI dating sim. I do think there's a level of danger there when people are using AI for companionship, because that gets to a point where it could be bad, you know. Yeah, very Black Mirror level shit. That can cause a level of developmental issues and just interpersonal issues in the long term. I don't mind it. It's just a meme nonprofit just for lulz. Yeah, you don't have the skills to make it, but who cares? It's for a quick gag. Yeah, because you're not taking a job from someone. It's not like, in that instance, if the AI didn't exist, that meme wouldn't exist, because no one was going to pay an artist to do some stupid meme like that. With the amount of money it would probably take and the time it would take, no one was going to do that. So it's a bit. You're creating a bit. Fuck. But, like, I use ChatGPT all the time. Like, when I have, like, a piece of software crash on me, I copy and paste the error code into ChatGPT, because it will really quickly generate a lot of options for how to fix the thing. Money was no object, I'd absolutely would throw money at artists to make them dumb memes. Yeah, if money was no object, would I be very quick to hire artists to do a bunch of stupid stuff? Yes. More so just because I want to support artists, kind of thing. I also, like, conversely on that, because I want to support artists, but I also believe, like, things are worth what people say they are worth. And you get to decide a little bit what you think you're worth. But there's also a level of realism to that. And I have a friend that has legitimately told me that he believes anyone who considers themselves a creative should just be given a universal income so that they can focus on their creative works without having to worry about money. But everyone else who does not consider themselves a creative should be forced to work. And that is the most brain dead, self entitled piece of shit argument that I have ever heard to justify being lazy. Because do I want artists to be able to make a living? Yes. Do I think artists should be entitled to a life of luxury where they just get to pursue their interests while everyone else has to work to take care of them? Absolutely fucking not. Your work is worth what people say it's worth, or what people are willing to pay for it. And know your worth. Absolutely know your worth. Know what to charge people. Don't let people undercut you. But just because you think that the work that you're doing is worth billions of dollars does not mean that you should just be granted billions of dollars if no one wants it. I can buy more artwork. Yeah, I mean, I've had times in the past where I've had to, like, I've tried to commission artist friends of mine to do things, and I was like, how much do you want for this? And they're like, oh, no, I'll do it for free. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not, you won't do it for free. I'm going to pay you something. You tell me what you think this is worth, and I will pay you that much. I'm going to a Comic-Con in October, and I'm deliberately putting money to one side for the artist alley. Oh, yeah, 100%. I will say this. Here's a pet peeve of mine at cons, because a lot of people get scammed at cons when it comes to they go to the vendor alley. If you go to a con and you see something like a hand-bound leather book and they're charging $40, $50, $60 for this hand-bound leather book at a con or a Renaissance fair, go on Amazon, Google hand-bound leather book, and I guarantee you're going to find that exact same thing for like $7. And this goes with a lot of different stuff that you see at cons that's being sold at cons. It's pre-bought stuff that they bought from a distributor for super cheap that they are now lying and saying, oh, I made this, I did all this myself, and they're reselling it. And they're selling it at an incredible markup. So they are preying on the, help me, I'm a starving artist, to resell you trash that they bought online for super cheap. And I legitimately think that those people need to be kicked out of cons. They need to be not allowed there. It's a problem. But then there are a lot of just genuine like artists that also go to cons and sell stuff too. So I buy a good bit of art at cons. My girlfriend actually recognized one of the artists that's going to be there, and she wants some for artwork. That's really awesome. I've only been to one con, and it was for bioengineering and biochemistry. I live close enough to Germany to be able to attend GameCon, but I missed it this year. Ooh, you're into bioengineering? I worked in a regenerative medicine lab for a while. My goal when I go back to college is I want to get my biomedical engineering degree. I want to get either a master's or a PhD in it. And I, for a while, was doing research in a biomedical or in a regenerative medicine lab at my college. We were working on true regeneration of heart tissue and the myocardium and ligaments. Microbiology, molecular genetics. That's awesome. My specific focus that I want to get into is regenerative medicine. I also worked in a conservation biology lab for a while. I liked that. So like I'm conflicted. But I want to get into regenerative medicine with a focus on neurobiology. So regenerative medicine focus on regenerating nerve tissue. Passaging fungus and amphibian reptile microflora. Nice. Very neat. But I want to work on for a while there I wanted to work on neuroprosthetics. And I still have an interest in neuroprosthetics, but I'm leaning a lot more towards regeneration of nerve tissue of nerves, because as you probably know, nerves don't regenerate. Nerves will not replicate in any sort of way. If a nerve is damaged, if a nerve is excised from an area, the way that it repairs itself isn't by regenerating a new nerve tissue or a new nerve. It extends the axons into the dendrites to extend that connection, but the nerve in there is lost. And if the excision is too large, it can't do that. So I want to work on nerve regeneration, both for the purpose of assisting with prosthetics, or assisting with amputations and prosthetics, but also for like in the brain to treat things like Parkinson's or multiple sclerosis or dementia, Alzheimer's. Your skills are a bit beyond me. I've never been much interested in bioengineering specifically for human benefit. That's fair. And to say my skills are beyond you, I don't know how true that is. I know a bit, but like I was a bachelor's student. I hadn't even started on my master's yet, and then I had to take a break for some health issues and for some physical and mental health issues, and I took a break and I just haven't gone back yet. Wrestling News got her doctorate and works with CRISPR though, and that's some interesting stuff. Yeah, so actually, you might have seen me mention it on my channel update video, but I want to start my hand is. I have a nerve damage in this hand, so it seizes up sometimes. Not really nerve damage. I have a bone shard sitting on a nerve cluster, and it stabs me occasionally. But what was I going to say? I want to start working on my one of my side channels, Running Game Education, which will be me explaining scientific concepts while playing video games for all my neurodivergent friends out there. And what I'm going to start with is a lot of the biological stuff that I know. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was one, explaining genetic dominances and the difference between, dominant, recessive, co-dominant. What's the other? Oh, there's another one. Oh my God, the phrase dominant, recessive, co-dominant, and then damn it, I'm forgetting the word. Incomplete dominance. Yeah. And then explaining stuff like CRISPR and explaining like blood types. Like we just did a home DNA test, or not home DNA test, home blood test for my girlfriend yesterday because she did not, and I was going to record it, but then I didn't really super have the energy because she did not know what her blood type was. So I bought a $10 kit and stabbed her with a little lancet, and we figured out her blood type. She's O positive. So I want to do like a video explaining like blood types and how blood types work and the significance of them and shit like that. All while having like video games in the background and stuff to help the people like me that are neurodivergent and have trouble understanding stuff. I'm also O-neg. I'm O-negative. I'm a universal donor, and only O-neg can donate to me, so I'm probably gonna die if I ever need a blood transfusion. O-neg for the win. High five. I had to find out because they make us find out when we join the military, so it's on our dog tags what our blood type is. And I don't know how true this was, but they straight up told us at one point, they're like, yeah, if you're O negative and you got like 3 guys down and you're also down, they might just let you die so they can take your blood to save the other 3 guys. Like, thanks. Love you too, buddy. Super great to know that I'm just a blood bag to them. Damn. My husband and I are expecting our first kid in December, and the amount of blood work that goes with pregnancy is crazy. Yeah, I also know there's certain, because my cousin has like a blood type, and I don't remember what it is, but she had a blood type that because of her blood type versus her partner's blood type, she had to be on immune suppressants for the entirety of her pregnancy because of the risk of her immune system seeing her child, the fetus inside her, as a foreign a pathogen, as like more so like as a parasite and attacking it kind of thing. I was like, wow, that is fucking awful. Is it just if it's negative and positive? Is it just the RH side? I didn't know what it was, and like when I was told this, I was much younger, so I guess I never made the connection in my head of what it was. Gotcha. You can do it at home, Mammoth. Like, you can buy a $10 kit on Amazon, and it's super simple. Your husband's A positive. Oh, yeah, that's... Do you know the blood type of the baby? That does, because I did a... My girlfriend knew her father's blood type, but did not know her mother's blood type. And so her father is O negative. She's O positive. So very obviously, she carries the negative gene. Like, she is a carrier for the recessive Rh negative gene. So that does mean that if we ever choose to have a child, we're going to have to get the blood test done to make sure that there's not a problem. Fuck off, thank you. Fuck off. They told me that I would have to take the medicine unless I started producing antibodies, which is why so much blood test. We don't know the baby's blood type yet, but no antibodies, so it should be neg. Okay. Yeah. I remember at one point... So... Because I like biology. And at one point with an ex-girlfriend, she knew all of her siblings' blood types. She had 4 siblings. She was a twin, a fraternal twin. Had a sister, but, you know, fraternal, not identical. But she knew all of her siblings' blood types, but didn't know, and had, like, including her half-siblings, but did not know her parents' blood types. And just through doing enough Punnett squares, I was able to figure out her parents' blood types. By being like, okay, this and this and this and this and this, blah blah blah. But I was using eye color. Yeah, it wasn't blood type. It was eye color. We're talking about blood types. That's why I had the thought. It was eye color. So she knew all her siblings' eye color, but didn't know like her step sibling, her. I'm saying this really wrong because I'm thinking about 1,000 different things at once. She knew all of her siblings' blood type or eye colors, and she knew her eye colors or her parents' eye colors. But all of her siblings, except for her sister, were half siblings. So it wasn't that I figured out their eye color. I figured out their genotype. I was trying to figure out their genotype. I said all that fucked up, which just makes me sound crazy. Punnett squares don't actually work well for eye color because it's more than just 2 genes that determine it. Yeah, well, it's 3. Well, it's if you're recessive for not having melanin, you have blue. But there's also brown and green. So you can have no gene to produce melanin, or you can have brown, or you can have green. And I believe those are the only ones. There's other genes that determine, like, that can help affect how intensely colored they are, but it's effectively 3 possible options, but brown and green are separate genes. The brown and the green gene are separate genes, but brown is dominant to green, and then there's some codominancy somewhere in there. I don't remember it exactly. But she had green eyes, and her sister had brown eyes. But her mom had blue eyes, and her dad had brown eyes. So her twin sister had that, and I don't remember what her half siblings had. But I made so many Punnett squares out. Yeah, but Hazel is an example of codominancy, isn't there? Isn't it? Let me double check. It's been forever since I've had to know any of this. Gene. Yeah, if from a quick look at it, it's looked like it's an example of incomplete dominance or dominancy, where you have the brown eye gene, and then you have the green eye gene, but brown is dominant over green or has the level of incomplete dominance over green, and then if you have other genes that cause the brown to not appear as strongly, the green will show up as much. Yeah, but that's I'd have to read more on it. This is the quick search of not say. But you're very correct in the fact. Obviously, you're a biologist in that most 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 phenotypes are multifactorial. Most expressions, most the things we actually see are multifactorial. Um, so it can't be narrowed down to simple this or that. Yeah, but from the quick search, what I'm seeing is that it's a factor of how much of other genes affecting how much like one is expressed, and if it's not expressed as much, then it allows the other one to be expressed. That's the quick what it looks like. But who fucking knows, man? I'll when I start my actually putting stuff onto the education channel, I might dive into that more and do a little bit more research. But yeah, most things are multifactorial. Like you don't have one gene that's going to determine how tall you are. Mendelian genetics, when not entirely accurate, are definitely the easiest way to explain expression to the layman. Oh, 100%, yeah. Um, uh, uh, one of the one of the things that I kind of find interesting is that Linnaean, right? Linnaeus, his model of genetics, where like say you had a man that was born and he was scrawny his entire life, but if he started working out a lot and got really big, he would have a kid that was inherently capable of becoming really big. And then like they realized, no, that's not true. It's more it goes into a it's more about the genetics at birth kind of thing. But then the concept of I was about to say the epigenetics comes in play, and epigenetics can have an effect on your child, can have effect on like how you reproduce. So they're all a little bit correct. Thank you, I love you. They're all a little bit correct, and I find that incredibly interesting because it's also one of the things I love about like scientific discovery and the history of scientific discovery is the question of how the fuck did we figure this out? Like what happened that caused someone to be able to start looking at this thing and figuring it out? Like the possibly apocryphal story of Isaac Newton sitting under a tree and an apple fell on him and he's like, "Oh my god, gravity." But I think the more true of that is that he was more talking about rotation of the. I don't remember. My physics professor in college was fucking obsessed with Newton. Obviously, they all are, but obsessed with Newton to the point of on any given day, he was very likely to bring up the fact that Newton died a virgin. And I don't know why he was particularly obsessed with that fact. Changing based on our environment or interactions with it. Yeah, epigenetics is a big factor in some stuff. It's the same reason why, like, if you go through chemotherapy and you have straight hair, you might come out with curly hair because there's an epigenetic change happening there due to the damage that's occurring to the cells there. And then at times those epigenetic changes can affect offspring because more likely, but it can still happen with women, but slightly more likely to happen with men just because we're constantly producing our gametes throughout our life. But even with women, it can still happen where they can have an epigenetic change that somehow transfers to the egg. For instance, disease immunity, viral immunity can pass on to 3 generations, I believe. Yeah, viral immunity. I remember asking the virology professor. I hated that guy. He was such a piece of shit. He would teaching a group of undergrads. He would put us. He'd give us like PhD level course work. I hated him, and he would refuse to ever admit that he was pushing us too hard. I don't know if it was that he's a fraud, but there are cases of things that he invented also being discovered at other places in the world around the same time. But that's quite frankly, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if he's a fraud or not. I give a shit about the like He's not alive today to call out, so it doesn't super matter to me. Now, Thomas Edison can eat a dick in hell. Fuck that guy. He wasn't a scientist at all. He was a money guy. He just applied for the patents. He's a piece of shit. But yeah, a professor, whatever the fuck his name was, started with an R. I can't remember his name. I always want to say Radagast, but that is the the brown wizard from the Radagast the Brown from Lord of the Rings. But yeah, no. So viral immunity can pass through multiple generations through the mother because of the fact that when the mother develops an immunity, that immunity is passed on to their eggs potentially, and their child will be born with that immunity, and then their child being born with that immunity and having specifically like a pregnant mother. I'm kind of saying this wrong. A pregnant mother that gets a disease, a pregnant mother that is infected with a virus, will develop an immunity to that virus. Her immune system will react, she'll develop an immunity to that virus eventually. And then that immunity is passed on to her child that is developing in her womb. And since that child's eggs are being created, while she's still in the womb, she's born with all the eggs she'll ever have potentially, that her children will also potentially have immunity to that virus. So it's a really neat thing that like viral immunity can pass down through generation. And I think that's really cool. And that's another thing I will probably do a whole ass video on at some point. I start doing. Okay. Yeah, no, he was a piece of shit. For some reason, when even though I took AP Bio in high school and I like excelled at it and I did really well, they still made me take Bio 1 in college. I don't know why. But when I took Bio 1 in college, for some reason we had 3 segments of it. And it was being taught by 3 different professors. And the one, Ratsliff, his name was Ratsliff. That's why I keep saying Radagast. Ratsliff was primarily a virology professor and crap. And he decided to give us like tests and coursework that was like PhD level coursework. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. But PhD level coursework, before I forget what I'm saying, PhD level coursework and assignments and tests. And when we try to message him, like, hey, this is not what we were being told to focus on, like, at the beginning of this. This is, I think this is a little bit beyond. He's like, no, you guys, blah, blah, blah. You should have read more and all this different shit. I ended up having to write because, like, by the time I got into college, I was like 28. And I'd been in the military. I had all these like 18, 19-year-olds, losing their mind in the group me, saying, let's just like, flood his inbox with a bunch of hate mail and blah blah blah. Got it. Let's flood his inbox and tell him what a piece of shit he is, and maybe he'll change his mind. I was like, and I had to be the one that's like, don't do that. Let me handle it. I will talk to Dr. Mills, who is like the head of that department, kind of thing. I'll talk to Dr. Mills. I'll explain the issue. I'll see if he can get Professor Ratsliff to change his mind and whatever. And I talked to Dr. Mills, and I messaged Dr. Ratsliff first, and he was being an asshole. And then I talked to Dr. Mills, and I was like, hey, this is going on. I don't think this is fair. I don't think it. And I said, it'd be one thing if at the beginning of this course we were told that it was going to go into this level, and at the beginning of the section we're told it's going to go into this level, but it has been established the level of how much we're going to have to study and blah, blah, blah. And he sent it way beyond that. And it was far more intense than what we thought. We weren't warned how much in depth this was going to go. And I don't think it's appropriate. And I don't think his response to us, the students, saying, "Hey, I think this is a little bit too hard," was appropriate. And he said, "I'll talk to him." And then all of a sudden, we get an email from Dr. Ratzliff that said, "Oh, okay, we're going to retake this test and blah blah blah." Or it wasn't we're going to retake this test. It's like we're wiping out that test and it's not going to be counted towards your grade anymore. And just prepare for the next test. And the next test was entirely like true or false questions. It was 40 true or false questions, and the answer to all of them was true. And it was very obviously true. And I was like, I wonder what Dr. Mills said to that man that got this dude that's just a raging asshole to back off. Because getting like professors to ever admit that they're wrong is fucking impossible. It is always the student's fault in their mind. I mean, yeah, maybe it was malicious compliance, but he also gave me the vibe, because I had to talk to him on several other occasions for like different classes and stuff. He always kind of gave me the vibe of one of those ones that's like, well, this is easy to me, it should be easy to you, and if you just don't care enough, not recognizing the fact that, for me, I was taking 18 credit hours. I was taking 18 credit hours a semester, and not really recognizing the fact that a lot of people are taking 12 to 15 credit hours at any given time, and being given PhD level work or PhD level coursework and studying and being expected to keep up with that is not something that a lot of like freshman students are going to be able to deal with. And it's also something that when you have a class that's being taught by 3 professors and 2 of them establish that it's not going to be that fucking difficult, that it's bio 1, and then you're asking questions about the exact molecular structure of certain viruses and how this specific chemical interacts with this one inside the cell membrane and inside the cell cytoplasm. I'm saying the words wrong right now, but you get what I'm saying. And it's not something that was at all discussed and not something that was at all the level we're supposed to do, then you're being a dick. As an undergrad, I was doing 12 credit hours, working a full-time job, tutoring 6 days a week, and doing an ungodly amount of lab work for free. Yep, I was doing 18 credit hours. Luckily, I was working on the GI Bill, and I have VA disability, so I didn't have to work. But I was doing 18 credit hours and then spending anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day in the lab. So it was insane. I found the best way for me to handle it was to try to have all my classes be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I scheduled as many classes that were long classes on Tuesday and Thursday as possible. Like I took the Tuesday, Thursday slot because all of the classes were like either Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but shorter, or Tuesday, Thursday, and longer. So I took all the Tuesday, Thursday ones, and then I made sure all the labs I had to be at for those classes were scheduled on Wednesday. And when I managed to do that, at the very least, I had a 4-day weekend to do all the coursework that I had to do, all the extra work that I had to do. But even then, when I started, I very quickly started working in the regenerative medicine lab. And that professor was one that expected me to be in the lab, even if she had nothing to do. She expected me to be putting 8 hours a day in the lab, like, because I had to badge in. This was when I had to badge into. And she expected me to be in there and badge out of. She expected me to be in there for 8 hours a day, even if there was nothing she needed me to do. And her reasoning was, well, when I was a student, I had to do that too. And part of me wanted to be like, bitch, I was in the military. I've paid my bones. You don't need to test me like this. I have other things I need to do in my day. If you need me to come in, you can call me at midnight. If you need me to come into the lab and solve some problem, but telling me to waste my time because you think it's good for me to learn how to waste my time is stupid. So everything I could Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I could spend Tuesday, Thursday with study groups and mainly in the lab. Yeah, no, it was the stupidest argument of, well, it sucked for me, so it's got to suck for you. No, it doesn't. We've gotten better. You're 40-something years old. The technology you had at the time is not the technology we have. And the needs on your time are not the same as the needs on our time. you were able to, work a minimum wage job part-time and get all your shit done, and you didn't have obligations. You didn't have anything else going on. You started college when you were 18 and had people paying for you and all this different stuff. I started when I was 28. I had other obligations in my life. She was a problem. I can go on a whole lot of other rants, and I think I have on stream before about why she's a problem, but I don't want to be angry right now. Yo, I sent you the image I generated in the thumbnails for your approval just in case. Just in Discord. Okay, let me see real quick. I like it. I do. So one thing I was thinking is I kind of want to see how much it'll help click through, because you have started doing, and I'm not saying this as tack, but I'm saying it as I haven't made a thumbnail for myself in a while now since I've started working with you. You've changed the thumbnail style a good bit from what it kind of used to be. So I kind of want to see if we do one in that style and one in this style kind of thing, in your new style. Yeah. But like what I'm saying is, like, since we could do up to 3 for the, and experimenting is obviously good. Like, it's helped a lot. But keep one of the old style in amongst the 3, if possible, to see how that affects it. Yeah. So we do 1 or 2 as, like, the new experimental styles, and then 1 in the old style. And then we can look at the analytics and see which one is performing better. After my first year, I learned, oh, I hate that kind of, they are effectively saying, well, I had to suffer, so you do too. Yeah, no, it's pathetic, and there is, this woman made a lot of comments to me about, like, oh, work ethic and stuff like that, and oh, you just need to learn this and that, and it's like, I wanted to say to her, I was put into position, I was in the military, and I was put into positions by the time I was 20 years old where failure could mean people dying. So you don't have a single goddamn place to try to tell me about responsibility. You don't have a single place to tell me about the burden of responsibility. You were an academic your entire life. Your parents paid for your college. You don't have the right to tell me what responsibility means. I wanted to say that, but I also wanted to keep working in the lab, so I didn't. That made me so mad. I ended up, like, I loved that work. That was regenerative medicine. We're working a lot with genes. We're working with gene electrotransfer, if you know what that is. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the work, but I could not stand working under her, so I quit the lab for that reason. And stuff on the, I haven't really checked myself if any more info on the location release. I haven't checked in a while. The video kind of did super poorly, so it kind of demotivated me to keep up with it, but I do want to follow up on it. So I will probably, like, tonight, start seeing if there's any more info on it. But I do kind of, like, use, if like a video on a topic doesn't do well, I'm less likely to follow up on it because, limited resources, limited time. And the way YouTube analytics works, if a video does poorly, that means other videos surrounding that video are going to do. And it's stupid. Yeah, we're trying to branch out as much as we can to not be the Nintendo stuff. Like, one, I want to talk about stuff that's not gaming related. So we're trying to branch out with that too. And I want to talk about gaming related stuff that's not just Nintendo related. But it's a process.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the way like YouTube analytics works really discourages any sort of change. Like, it does not like people doing things differently. He didn't drop anything. Okay, I need some more meat. How you guys doing in there? There's the lab work stuff. What was your favorite thing to work on? I really enjoyed doing like cell analysis for some reason, and yeah, there's reasons for that probably. I really enjoyed doing like a lot of the analytical work that followed the experiment. So one of the experiments that we did was it was on an Army grant that was looking at a method to trigger true regeneration in tendons. So it was basically like, hey, if there's a major tendon tear here, is there a way we can trigger true regeneration so that there's no scar tissue so that it maintains optimal functionality? So we did the experiment on the rats. We let I was there for the surgery. The rats had part of their tendon excised. They had the device planted into it to see if it could cause the true regeneration. The cell samples were taken. The rats were euthanized. And then once we got the cell samples back from the facility where they were, put on their slides and treated properly or whatever the fuck, we had to analyze the cells, and we were analyzing the cells looking for foreign body giant cells, which a foreign body giant cell is essentially like if there is a foreign body in your body that is too big for your macrophages to consume, to envelop, your body, the macrophages will fuse together and become like giant macrophages. And that is one way that they were trying to determine how well the implant was working. They were trying to determine what the immune response to the implant was based off of that. So I had to spend 40 to probably 60 hours analyzing these cells and counting foreign body giant cells. And I actually really enjoyed it. You mainly did a bunch of DNA sequencing and everything that comes with that. I also did a ton of challenge essays. I found the concept, because we were using primarily gene electrotransfer. I found the concept of gene electrotransfer really interesting. So when we're doing that stuff, also there's something really therapeutic
right away. Yes.
About passaging cell cultures. I don't know what it was. A lot of those jobs that allowed me to kind of shut off my brain and just kind of do the process were very like meditative and therapeutic for me. I would put some music on and I would just, get into the vent hood and start passaging cell cultures. Yeah. We weren't using bacteria. We were using, oh my God. What was the cell? I think it was just like, it was, what was the cell that we were using? Because one of the things we were studying, like, one of the things that the professor was kind of like studying when she wasn't working on specific grants was gene electrotransfer. So I can't remember what cell we were using that we were constantly repassaging and getting new cultures of. Culture's not really the right word, but repassaging these new cells in order to have an experimental model to try new methods of gene electrotransfer on was some cell. I can't remember what it was. But so we spent a lot of time, me and the other lab students spent a lot of time passaging those cells. But like I enjoyed a lot of the analytical work for sure. At one point, you want to know how like kind of incompetent in a big way this professor was? Very intelligent, but like I call it the PhD problem, where they're really, really smart at one thing, and that's about it. Um, the experiment they had started working on before I got into the lab was trying to cause true regeneration in myocardial tissue. So true regeneration of heart muscle. So basically, what the experiment they did was they triggered a heart attack, a myocardial infarction, in pigs, and then quickly stopped that, and then implanted this device in the heart tissue to see if it would allow the dead heart tissue to regenerate rather than form collagen, which is not functional tissue in the heart. And part of that was after they euthanized the pigs and they took the heart outs, they chopped them into different pieces, and we had to make sure that all these different pieces, like the slides, were from specific ones, and we needed them to be correlated with the images, because she took pictures of the hearts and then she took pictures of the different pieces and stuff like that. But she took pictures using a GoPro, and she didn't label them. And then they somehow got out of order, and the labels on the auto labeling thing on the GoPro didn't line them up properly. So she did not know which part pieces were assigned to which hearts, so she didn't know which hearts were assigned to which slides. And that became my job to figure out. So I spent more time than I should have had to looking in great detail at these cut up pig heart pictures and basically jigsawing them together and lining them up so I could figure out which pictures went to which heart, so that we can make sure that the slides were properly labeled. Yeah. Just huge fucking blunder. Huge. She would get on to me too if I acted without thinking at times, she would call it. Because I'd be quick to oh shit, something's going wrong, and I'd solve a problem, and there's a few different instances of that. And she's like, well, yeah, it could have potentially caused this problem. I'm like, sure. She got mad. She yelled at me one time, and to be fair, I get it, but also I was a little bit okay, this wasn't my fault, and you fucking know it. One of the autoclave bags, when we were doing the experiment on the rats, one of the autoclave bags of the surgical tools that we're going to be using was sealed particularly tight. It was particularly hard to open, so I had to open all the tools for her, and when I went to open it, it kind of ripped a little bit, and one of the pieces fell out of the surgical field. So it was no longer sterile. And luckily we had backups, but then she got super mad at me about how I needed to be more careful. And I was like, I get it. I need to be more careful, but you saw that this was a problem. And she started telling me off and how I was being irresponsible, blah, blah. I also found out later through the other student, the other student in this lab, Ashlyn, that this professor seemed to have a major problem with men and with the military. And I was a man that was in the military. So I don't know why she allowed me to work in her lab. I truly do not know why she allowed me to work in her lab. But apparently any time that I wasn't there, she would go on huge rants about how she didn't like men and her problems with the military. So I don't know why she let me in her lab. And part of me is wondering, the way I got into her lab is I attended a seminar. It was a Zoom seminar that was hosted by her boss. And during that seminar, I asked, well, do you know of any places, any ways that I can get experience? This is the field that I want to work on, and I really want to try to get experience and work in labs. And her boss suggested I work in her lab. That is true. It could be the fact that I'm considered a disabled veteran. I am considered disabled, and I'm a veteran. So it might have been about funding, but it also I think it might have been the fact that her boss suggested her lab, so she might just not have wanted to say no, especially since her reasoning would have to be, oh, he's a man that's a veteran and I don't like him. But yeah, any time like I was there apparently, or I wasn't there apparently, she would start talking shit about the military and start talking shit about men. Like that explains a
What
lot
about
of the
the
reason
second
why
one?
you're a huge bitch to me. I remember because I was in her lab for like 7 to 8 months or something like that. I was in her lab for like 7 to 8 months. So I was in the lab from like basically the start of one semester of the spring semester, and then through the summer semester. And when the new semester was getting ready to start, like 2 weeks before the new semester was getting ready to start, I got my schedule and I knew what my schedule was like. So I emailed her and I said, "Hey," and she liked to have like weekly meetings with us where she would just tell us more stuff she needed us to do, kind of thing. And she mentioned like, "Hey, before the semester starts, I need to have a sit down meeting with you and with Ashton, kind of thing, and explain what the goals are for this and blah blah blah." I was like, "Okay, cool." So when I got my schedule, I emailed her and I emailed her my schedule, and I said it said these are the days that I'm available. I can make myself, or these are the times I have classes. I can make myself available any other time for our meetings and for when you need me in the lab. Just let me know. Just let me know when you want me there. And she doesn't email me back for like 3 or 4 days. So I follow up again because again the semester's getting ready to start, and she wanted to have this meeting before the semester started. I follow up again like 3 or 4 days later or something like that, and I say, "Hey, just checking in. Want to make sure that we can get this time in. I know you said you wanted to meet with me, blah blah blah." And I didn't want to like email her every day because that's like me telling her, you have to answer to me, kind of thing, and that's not the case. So she didn't email me back. So again, like 4 days later, I email her again, like, "Hey, some class is starting next week. I just need to know when you want to have this meeting and when you want me in the lab, and et cetera, et cetera." No reply. The semester had been started for 2 weeks. So basically 4 weeks had gone by before she finally replies to me and says, "Hey, we haven't had this meeting yet. We need to have this meeting, et cetera, et cetera." So I go to the meeting, and during that meeting, and by this point I had emailed her like 8 times. During that meeting, she tells me off because I did not put in enough effort to get a hold of her. And she's like, "Oh, we haven't, I'm disappointed that we haven't had this meeting yet." I was like, "Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to inundate you with too many emails. I figured like 8 was too many and blah blah blah." And she was like, "No, you should have. You didn't put in enough effort." And she starts telling me off for not putting in enough effort to get a hold of her, and now it's my problem. So I contained myself. I didn't scream at her. I didn't yell at her. I didn't tell her that she's stupid and to take some fucking ownership and accountability. I left. I went home and I wrote a whole long email to her about how I did not think it was the right environment. I was having negative impacts on my mental health working with her. Um, I did not think that she had a good mindset of how to treat her students, and et cetera, et cetera. A very polite email. Like I know how to write a political email, but a whole long email. And she made the comment. She replied me back of, "I think it's interesting that you're saying that this is having a negative impact on your mental health when you haven't been in the lab at all lately. When over the summer, I put 80 hours one week into lab work. It was literally all of my free time was put into doing lab work for her while she was on a vacation. But I was not putting in enough effort." And yeah, it's like, no, she was, oh God, I hate her. I hate her so much. I also feel like part of the reason that she allowed me in the lab was because she was like, yeah, she was like 4'8". She was an incredibly tiny person. And when I showed up to the lab for the first time, there were like 4 massive boxes of lab equipment. Like she got this fancy new electro spinner. I can't remember what the other was. She got like a new autoclave. There's this fancy electro spinner that she got that was huge, and there were like 2 other things that I can't remember what they were, but they were massive. She was 4'8", a tiny person, and the other student in the lab, Ashlyn, had a disability where her right arm never fully developed. And one of the first jobs I was given in the lab was to unpack those boxes and to move the stuff in those boxes onto the countertops because they couldn't. So part of me was like, did she just bring me into this lab and allow me in this lab because she needed someone that could lift heavy things for her? It's like, really? Yeah, no, she was. I remember. So the next lab that I worked in, the next lab that I did research in was the conservation biology lab, and that professor, oh my god, I love her. Dr. Horth was phenomenal. No, I did not get any of that work published. I had done a lot of the bitch work for her, but didn't get any of that published. And oh my god, okay, let me tell you the grant I was working on in the conservation biology lab, because I was working on I managed to get a student grant while I was in the conservation biology lab, and everything that could have gone wrong with that went wrong. But Dr. Horth was phenomenal in herself, and I remember like kind of casually mentioning to her, like, yeah, I'm always like, I want to make sure I'm reaching out to you, but I want to make blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm trying to overwhelm you. And I mentioned to her the fact that, I had to email my previous professor like 8 times and didn't get a response and then got yelled at. And one of the things that she had said was, well, I have so many students that I have to respond to. I have so many students for the classes I'm teaching that I have to respond to. So you need to put more effort into reaching out to me because it's not my job to reach out to you. And Dr. Horth's response was, no, you're her student. Yes, she has class students, but you're the student that is working in her lab. She has an obligation to respond to you. And I was like, like, Dr. Horth was great. Dr. Horth was phenomenal. I loved her. But no, so I got a grant. We were studying. So there's a thing that happens when you grow plants hydroponically. When you grow plants hydroponically, where they have a lot harder time transplanting to like dirt and transplanting to the virus. What's up, Venom? And transplanting to like the wild. They go through a lot worse transplant shock. They're more likely to die. They're less likely to survive. This was a conservation biology lab, so there was a bunch of plants that we want to be able to grow effectively through hydroponics really well, and then transport back into the environment to help regenerate some of these wetlands environments. That was a big focus of this lab. And hibiscus was one of them. So I developed an experiment with the help of... My dude, get ready to publish and we can go and squash some bugs? Okay, yeah. I developed an experiment that is going to test a few different things. We're testing a few different things at once. We're testing the transplant success rate of hydroponically grown hibiscus compared to hibiscus that is grown in dirt initially, and then the density at which they are grown in their individual mediums and whether or not that affects your transplant success. Because as you probably know, you work with fungus and stuff like that, so you probably understand. Certain plants are antagonistic to each other effectively. Certain plants will inherently limit other plant growth around them in a direct way. Like they release chemicals designed to do that. So we're testing a few different things at once. And one of the things I needed was a light spectrometer. So the entirety of this grant money that I was using was in order to get this light spectrometer. And I needed that from the onset. I needed that piece of equipment from the onset because we were going to compare the readings that we got off of that while they were still in the hydroponic growth mediums, while they were being transferred temporarily outside of it, and then throughout their entire growth cycle, and seeing how well they transplanted. I got the grant approved, and they were supposed to buy this device for me. Like, the school was supposed to buy this device for me through the grant. I wasn't supposed to get access to the money. They never got me the device. They got me the device after everything had already been transplanted for like 12 to 16 weeks or something like that. The seeds that we got, because we got the seeds from a local botanist that he works for one of the local gardens around here. He gave us the wrong seeds, and not all the seeds were the same. They all looked similar enough that we didn't notice anything was wrong with it, but they weren't the seeds for the plant that we wanted. And it turns out it was multiple different species of this plant, or at least cultivars of this plant. So we didn't really we were losing a lot of our control, and we were introducing a lot of variables that would effectively, you understand that once you have all those different variables that you didn't control for and that you didn't plan for, your results are statistically insignificant. So it got to a point where all the results that I could have gotten out of it were statistically insignificant, and we were just trying to find ways to salvage this experiment as much as possible. And we were still working on ways to salvage the experiment when I eventually left the lab, because I started developing a lot of health issues, mental health issues, physical health issues. My blood pressure was like 180 over something. And there's just a bunch of other stuff I was going through at the time that I was like, I can't do this. Even my psychiatrist was like, you have all these health issues, you have all this other stuff going on in your life, and you're putting in 18 credit hours a semester. You need to take a break. So eventually I was like, okay, I have to leave. I have to leave. But I left that lab amicably because I was like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm going through a lot of stuff right now. I can't stay here. It has nothing to do with you. I loved working with you. This has been an amazing experience for me, but I need to look after my health right now. My work, it was in conservation biology as well. We were looking for natural antifungals that existed in amphibious microbiomes that could potentially have application to protect various amphibians from chitin fungus. Save the Frog show. Ooh, that's interesting. I actually really like that. We need to talk sometime. We need to get into a VC sometime. Absolutely, the grant funding access sounds like a departmental problem, and your professor should have gone for her boss if she didn't. No, she did, but it was through a different department. She went through, like, this was a fight. This was an ongoing fight. But it's one of those things, you know. One of the experiments I wanted to do, the next grant I was going to try to apply for, and the next experiment I wanted to run was I wanted to test natural anti-pest natural pest deterrent plants, and the concept of co-farming and co-cropping, or whatever. I can't remember the right word for it, but planting like these natural pest deterrent plants with crops compared to using pesticides and seeing how it affected the overall growth of the plants, with the goal of saying, hey, if it's more efficient potentially and without that much loss, and we're not using these pesticides, permaculture essentially, that have all these other horrible downstream consequences, this might be a good thing to start doing. So I wanted to get a grant for that. I wanted to start working on that, but no. If I ever go back to that lab, that's 100% something. Okay. I'm doing the analytics now for okay, bam. 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 Okay, the main video is public. Did you real quick? Did you use the one where I mentioned Pirate
A
Software?
new challenger has entered the ring in the battle against good and evil, the war between the high heavens and the burning hell over the fate of Sanctuary, and that is a new union that has formed at.
Oh, you didn't use the one where I shit talk Pirate Software? Okay, that's still in drive. Okay. If you did, I was gonna like put Pirate Software in the tags. Okay, bam. Oop. This one will subscribers. Since the main video is not publishing subscribers because it's not a topic I typically talk about, or it's not Nintendo, I'm making the short publish the subscribers. Not related, bam. Public, okay, do. Oh, definitely. I'm definitely interested. I would love to read your papers. I'm not going to post them directly in Discord or anything because I don't want to dox myself. Yeah. DM me them. I still need to get the guild hall started. Pop into center stage, Mammoth. I'm going to go heat up some food real quick. I did not. Okay. I'm going to go get some food real quick while Helldivers loads up. But no, I am big into the concept of using nature for our industrial needs, not pesticide stuff like that for agricultural needs. So if we can use natural pest deterrents that have at least a similar level of effectiveness to what the fuck to having to re-update. Okay, coolsies. Don't know what happened there to regular industrial pesticides, and yeah.
Bam. I'm back. What I eventually want to do was get into soil science and essentially work on a permacultural farm forest. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to talk. I know you set the game as Diablo 2, but it might be better set as Diablo 4 since it's the newest game and will have better reach. Yeah, but YouTube does get mad if you're using the wrong one. If you're using the wrong tag. We're gonna have to do a little bit of just chatting right now because Helldivers is having to re-update for some reason. Apparently the update didn't take. So we're gonna do a little bit of just chatting. Since I am currently streaming, it's gonna take time. Who play Pokemon Showdown or Pokemon Kaizo tend to use the newest game for the same reason. Okay, I mean, I'll give it a shot. Worst case scenario, they say, hey, bad. Because I don't really know how much my husband, a bunch of my friends play. All I know is you got to spread that democracy out. Yeah, it's all about democracy, man. It's if you've ever watched Starship Troopers, you'll get a kick out of it. And Starship Troopers is one of my favorite movies. Just because it was like favorite. I like ants. I'm a big fan of ants, and it was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid, and it reminds me of ants. Do uh yeah, ants are fucking. Oh, and ants the movie. Yes, ants with a Z. That movie really good. Done. Gonna go grab a drink, then hop in. Okay. I was from Princess Bala when I was a kid. She is sassy. You're correct. She is. I like ants, like as in the insect, but I also do love ants, the movie. Yeah, we're spreading managed democracy whenever this thing decides to update. Because I tried to update it earlier. I think I think what might have happened is I might have restarted my computer before. That might be why it didn't work. I mean, mine's gonna be faster than that. I have a good computer and good internet. It's just right now the main reason low is I fact that I'm. Yeah, I know. So to avoid the clicky clacks from my keyboard, because for a while it was really bad, I had to turn the compression on. But the compression is digital. It's happening through Streamlabs. My God, you can see the bags under my eyes right now. It's happening through Streamlabs, so it's digital compression. Yeah, mechanical keyboard. I have a membrane keyboard. I need to switch to that. I need to just switch to that, so it's not a problem anymore, and I can turn the compression down a little bit. But it also it helps with the clicking of the mouse, so you don't hear that as much, and it helps so that you don't pick up the sound of me breathing. I want to upgrade to a Shure SM7B. Let me see. I use Throne as a wish list for myself because so much stuff on Throne is just content creator oriented that I actually use it to be as a wish list to myself. I want to get the Shure SM7B and the Scarlet Right. Hold on, let me load into this. The Scarlet Right thing for it because then it will be a lot easier for me to really nitpick so that because it's also like when my girlfriend comes in here and says something and it's like, oh my God, that's funny. I want stream to hear it. You can't hear anything that's like, if I turn away this much, it cuts out a lot. You definitely aren't hearing her if she's standing behind me.
What's the webcam I'm wanting to get? That's the one I'm trying to remember. Because I want to get a webcam that's specifically it's going to be used because I have a home gym and I want to start a thing where, like, as a punishment, you can make me go do a set there. Like right now, I have do a set as a redeem, but all I have in this room that I can do is a dumbbell. So I want to have it set there. So I want to have this webcam. It's the Instalink 360. It's like an AI. It's a webcam that follows you by itself, and I want to get that before I start doing the home gym part of it as like, hey, redeem this many points and I'll go do a set. That way I don't have to fiddle around and fucks with fucks with uh the 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 position of the webcam. Yeah. Des, can you come in here? I can't really bench press her right now, but I can shoulder press her. Mostly because I can't lay down. Can you come in here real quick? There. Ah,
Busted that.
stack and
Something when I find you after embarrassing me. When I find you. Devil's grin.
Bye. Oh god, my shoulder hurts. It wasn't even because of the weight; it was because the way I threw you up. I fucked it. No. I bench press 365. I shoulder press 225. You're nowhere near there. Exactly. You're not my warm up for either of those exercises. It's true. What? Oh, okay. Chat, she said she's gonna murder me. Someone call the police. This is the part where you say, "Are you not entertained? Come get me." She's in Poland. You're gonna have to fly to Poland. The homemade cat door. So here's the bullshit with that homemade cat door. Okay, that homemade cat door came with like it was an actual cat door thing that looked like a little kitty. It looked like little kitty's front or butt, and I had that installed. But my little dog fucking hated it. So like I cut the hole in there, and then it covered it up to look nice. And then every time Dova got the chance, he would rip it off. So I just gave up. I gave up putting it back on. Des? I might order Chinese food if you want. What do you want? Honey chicken or the sweet and sour? Okay. Well, there's orange chicken and there's honey chicken. Okay. Okay. How soon is it going to happen? Because I'll take out a life insurance. Okay, I'm going to take out a life insurance. Okay, I love you. Yeah. Also, I've not been recovering as well as I used to. It's like my arms and my like back recovers just fine, but these tendons right here not working for me. I haven't even been lifting heavy lately. I've been focused more on weight loss. So I've been kind of doing, light exercises and then a lot of cardio. I consume like 200 grams of protein a day. And I would consume more, but I'm also doing intermittent fasting, so I kind of have to consume it within a time frame, and you can only digest so much so fast. The main reason I'm getting Chinese food right now is because I forgot to eat breakfast. Back in the day when I was working out like 4 times a day, I'd end up I was eating like 4,000 calories plus a day, and it would be 300 plus grams of protein. But I'm doing intermittent fasting. I mean, more than I ever have in my life. Good. I'm doing intermittent fasting, and I have like an 8-hour eating window, so I can only consume so much protein without it being wasteful. Okay. I used to. I legitimately used to for a while there when I was still going through like a lot of training. When I was in between commands, I was going through a lot of training. I didn't really have time to do meal prep and stuff. I would just go grab rotisserie chickens and I would just eat the entire rotisserie chicken, and then just keep eating. I'm eating more than and the child makes me crave stuff I normally wouldn't eat, like donuts. Not a donut fan. Yeah, so that's one of the interesting things too when it comes to like nutrition science. Is, and I'm not even going to try to speak on it when it comes to pregnancy because I have no idea. It is not my fucking place. But there's a lot of cravings that you can get that is your body saying you are deficit on some resource that it needs, some nutrient that it needs. So you might get like, say, a chocolate craving because your body's craving like iron or something that's found in chocolate, magnesium, whatever it is found in chocolate. But you can get that from a healthy way through something else. It's just your body recognizes that you need that, and then your brain says, okay, get that from this. And I think that's very interesting. Most feral thing I've ever done was eat an entire rotisserie chicken with my bare hands in the passenger seat of a Nissan 350Z parked on a Walmart parking lot. I'm doing semi keto right now, where I'm not like full keto, because it was having a bad impact on my gastrointestinal tract. But I am doing like very, very low carb, and all my carbs are in the morning. I at one point had to drive, and this was in a period of time when I was like eating constantly, trying to gain a lot of weight, and had to drive like 10 hours somewhere. So I literally just stopped at Walmart, and filled a cooler with like sandwich stuff. And as I was driving, anytime I was stuck in traffic for like any amount of time, just long enough, I would make another sandwich and I'd eat it. How much longer till this thing's done?
The first thing you need to know is I have an erection.
Sup, bitch?
Oh,
Hey, what's up? I'm 88% done installing.
oh, that's fine.
I think I restarted my computer. What was in the middle of installing earlier? Do I eat breakfast regularly?
Probably.
When I'm on a diet, yeah. Like right now, in order to make it kind of easy for my stomach, yeah, go ahead. To kind of make it easy on my stomach, my breakfast, because I go to one of the first things I do in the morning is go to the gym. So my breakfast is pretty much where most of my carbs in the day are coming from, and it's like a banana smoothie with protein yogurt. And then when I get home, I eat, like, I make myself some egg sandwiches and stuff. Yo?
Talk about breakfast food?
Well, Orista asked what if I eat breakfast regularly.
I have mastered making eggs Benedict. My go-to breakfast is a piece of toast, 1 egg Benedict.
At least you
On
don't
top of that-
eat ridiculous things like fucking, what is it, eggs and soldiers, you piece of shit, Mammoth? What-
Eggs and salt.
What do you
Egg
call
and soldiers is slaps.
egg and soldiers? Is just eggs and bread, but you cut
It's-
the breads into little tiny pieces.
No,
Isn't that what you said it was? It's like just
toast.
oh yeah, but it's fucking bread. All toast is bread. Not all bread is toast. Don't you fucking
Everything can be toasted.
start.
It is soft boiled eggs in an egg cup with toast that is lathered in butter, cut thin enough but not too thin that it can be dunked into the egg when you pop the top off.
You're a
I
monster.
have to ask, are you British? I haven't
he's
quite
British.
met you.
He is British. He's British as
Extremely.
fuck. He is extremely British. He's disappointingly British.
I say I'm really not though. I couldn't care less about the monarchy, and I fucking hate
Let
this
me ask you,
country.
how,
So I'm about
how close to Cockney River are you?
I consider. I
You-
don't
you-
know where it is.
You guys are cutting out a lot. What the fuck is going on here?
It's because you're downloading.
That might do it.
Helldivers.
Yeah.
Turn
But now
off
I'm
your
not.
porn, Zach.
Cockney River. Google Maps.
I only asked this because my grandmother was British, and we're talking so British. lived-
But Orista
like, she
is
was born
Polish,
by
and
and
your
lived near
father's
Cockney River.
Polish. So
Yes. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. I am a Polak.
he is the whitest black man you
Not
will
the
ever
Cockney
meet.
Sparrow. Cockney River. What the?
I am so
I
Polish
can't.
that is like my grandfather was from Poland, so it's only one generation different.
2.
I can't find Cockney River.
I
so I
you're a
don't know
Marine.
how
You
far
don't
away from
understand
that
math,
was.
but that's 2 generations.
Wait, so you means that if I were to kill an enemy, I could actually do 2 generations?
You just cut out there. I don't know what's going on with you, man.
Yeah, that wasn't that wasn't
Yeah.
you. That was him. I live near him, but I don't know where Cockney River is. Anyway, enough
I ate
about my
toasted
shitty
plain bagel and
monarchy.
cheese. Also, fucking eggs and or toast and beans or whatever the shit you eat over there.
Beans and toast with salt, pepper, and cheese is just.
Why is it that every time someone loses a war with America, they just shit the bed on their entire way of life? Like Britain lost a war with America and started eating things like beans and toast. Japan lost a war with America and then everything became tentacles.
Yeah, but at least
Are we
Britain
the
knows
bad
they
guys?
can't make food. Yes.
Are we?
At least Britain
okay,
knows
okay.
that, right? At least Britain knows that we can't make food, so we just take everyone else's.
Yeah.
We own that. We own that shit.
Your cultural food is garbage. America culturally created the hamburger. So
Culturally, yes.
no, we looked this up the last time we were playing Helldivers. America created the
Did we?
hamburger.
Oh, yeah. Probably.
Nah, bro, I am
probably
from
did yesterday.
Ohio. Wait, didn't you say you're in Poland? I thought you said earlier that you were in Poland when Des was threatening you. I'm in Poland. Oh, okay. You're Ohioan. Skibbity Riz, Ohio. Got it. Okay, I need a.
Okay,
I need
we're
a
killing
respec
bugs,
for-
right? So
Yeah.
we need fire.
Yeah, I'm respecking for bug because I am not. I am specced out for fucking robots. Do I want to
Yeah,
go
I think
assault
I'm
rifle or
specced out for
submachine
fucking
gun?
Hey,
break
how's
it.
she going? I'm sorry, I didn't have my headphones on.
Yeah, I'm generally
Follow-
used to you doing Canadian activities and then not paying attention for hours at a time.
Full auto incendiary shotgun sounds like it could be a good shout.
I tend to go for
Fine.
crowd control.
Incendiary grenade. Oh, the temptation to buy the ODST stuff is so high. Can I buy 1,100 super credits? I don't need to buy I have to buy 1,000. I need 1,040. I'm spending a tenner.
Okay. Okay, there you go.
I
I love that Orista's just saying, like, yeah, make sure to tell her she's beautiful. I have no idea who she is or how she looks, but she's beautiful, god damn it. I appreciate it. Women supporting women.
Not gonna authorize. There we go.
Slower fire rate, higher damage. Or do I want to go? Okay. I'm gonna start this first time. I'm gonna be using a submachine gun. I'm gonna try to focus a lot on crowd control. If you want to focus on the heavies,
Well, I'm gonna put the big laser thing on for the big guys.
oh yeah, we gotta have big laser.
And then I've got revolver for the fly guys, so it should be fine.
I hate
Position.
how much smoke never matters in games like this that have like a AI. Like, oh, can we get the smoke grenade? Sure. Is it going to affect them at all? No, it's not.
Legendary Warbond.
What the fuck?
By
It does
Legendary
affect
Warbond.
the automatons just a little bit.
Does it?
Yeah, it
Am I
breaks
just
their line
bad?
of sight from you.
Am I just
Yeah,
bad?
probably.
But you've played with me enough. You know I'm just bad.
You don't hide it very well.
I don't try to. She might act like that, but it's all an act. Every lady likes being called beautiful. I don't know. I think that's kind of misogynistic to speak for all women.
Some of like you don't know all of them. Some of them definitely like being called sluts.
Goddamn. Okay. That was the hardest thing when I started dating or like fooling around with women that were into degradation. I was like, but my daddy taught me to be nice to women. It's like I don't know how to do this. Stop! Please don't make me. Please don't make me.
I'm so glad my missus isn't into that because I would also struggle so
Yeah,
fucking hard.
that's really hard.
My mum told I brought up just by a mother. I'm literally told exclusively to just be nice to people.
I have spent my whole life trying to be a good boy, and you are telling me to treat you like shit, and I can't handle that emotionally. I don't. I get super uncomfortable with people when people compliment me, and part of that's just like my background and some of the shit I've had to do in my life. Where it's like the moment someone is too nice to me, my first thought is, "What the fuck do you want?" So it makes it like it sets me off. It's like, what are you trying to get from me, motherfucker? Huh?
You know, I could be.
You want this pussy? Because you're not getting it.
I could be smart and tactical and use the incendiary shotgun, but I have the assault rifle from Halo now, so I'm using that.
Obviously.
Oh fuck yeah! I need to.
Oh, a warp pack. They have teleporting now.
Credits for those.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's in the control group and stratagems. Laser sentry. I don't know if that's going to be
Fucking
good.
laser sentry?
Yeah, they got a laser sentry now. It's heavy armor penetrating. And it's heat, so that should be good against the insects, right?
Should be.
Yeah.
Any fire should be good against the insects.
It's in the control group war bond. I don't have the premium stuff for that.
It's in war bonds. Okay.
Yeah, like I like the fact that the game has, you can get currency and buy the war bonds, but unless you play the game constantly, you fall so far behind.
Yeah, I don't. And it's not like I don't even play it often enough for it to be worth it to me to buy this. To spend money.
Yeah.
No. It's very much like when one of you guys messaged me and wants to play, and I have the emotional energy for it, and then I play it.
I'll support
That's
the
fair.
Halo one because I feel like if the more money the Halo stuff comes in, the more Sony and Xbox might be like, yes, let's be friends and do more stuff.
Listen, don't fucking lie to me. This isn't a moral thing. You just want to be.
No,
an
I
ODST.
like Halo.
Yeah, you just want to be an ODST. That's it.
I like Halo.
That's all it is.
I was sad at how bad Halo Infinite is, but that doesn't mean I don't like Halo.
Yeah. Are you into Warhammer
kinda enjoyed
40K?
the game today.
I want to be into Warhammer 40K. I don't have the money to be into Warhammer 40K. I used to play like a Warhammer PC game back when I was a kid.
I like the idea of the Warhammer lore. The Warhammer lore is some of the most insane shit. Like off just little bit pieces that I've heard, is some of the most insane shit that I've ever heard. My favorite thing about Warhammer, and it will never change, and it's one of the few things I know, are the fucking orcs. They are by far the strong. They are the strongest beings in the universe because anything they can think of comes to life. They're just so unfucking believably dumb they can't take advantage of it. It is the best thing in the fucking world. It is so cool.
So I was a LARPer, and in the LARP group I was a part of, we had a class that you can play called a witch hunter, and as witch hunters leveled up, they became immune to magic, and the higher level they are, the more magic they're immune to, and like when I joined the group and I decided to be a witch hunter, I had to come up with a backstory for myself, and we had one player whose his backstory. Part of the reason he decided he was immune to magic was because he doesn't believe in it. So it just doesn't affect him because he doesn't believe in it. I decided the reason I was immune to magic was that I was too stupid to understand what was happening. So I would play my character very, very stupid. I was too stupid to understand what was happening. And the reason I hated magic users was because they use a lot of big words, and that makes me mad.
I like the idea of the barbarian the barbarian wizard.
Yeah,
they have
the
zero.
Wizard.
They it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cast hold person, and they just go up to them and grapple them. It's like stuff like that. I love that kind of shit.
It's Goblin Slayer or Bridge, where he's like, I cast death. I'm pretty sure you just set somebody on fire.
I cast fireball. No, you just jumped off a building and took 76 fall damage and just created a fucking chasm in the floor.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. I've been playing Magic the Gathering. I've been told my whole life to be nice to everyone, and you want me to treat you like shit. What is wrong with you? Yeah. I've been playing the Magic the Gathering for about 20 years now, and I feel like if I start playing 40k, I have to pick one. Yeah. You still are DAG? I've never played DAG, and I'm going to put out a video one day about the LARP group I was a part of, because there's issues there.
The problem I've got with MTG is that, one, the cards that are quote-unquote meta without using proxies, which is kind of shunned upon, is just so ungodly expensive. Mm-hmm. And two, just physical card games are so ungodly expensive.
My problem was always that I don't want to take games too seriously, and everyone I know that ever wanted me to play Magic the Gathering with them took it so seriously that I could not have a good time. They understood every little bit of the meta, and like I have a buddy, he's like, I have a bunch of pre-built decks. You could pick the deck you want to use, and I'll pick one at random. That way I won't know. It's like, but you built those decks, so you know what's in them. You know how to play them. I don't. I'm not going to have a good time doing this. And it seems like everyone that's into Magic the Gathering either stops being into it really quickly or gets so fucking into it that it's not, you can't play it casually, and that makes me upset.
It's also the cost.
Most card games, though, right?
Yeah. It's most card games. Yeah. But then there's the cost associated, too, so it's not worth getting into. Go on.
Sorry, one sec. Mammoth, can you mute yourself either in the game or in, like, one or the other? Sorry, it's the sensory thing.
I didn't
know. I can't hear it, so...
Yeah. I don't hear you talking in the game. It says you're muted to me.
You probably muted me. Where the fuck is it? I'm going to show up till I find the setting.
Yeah, LARPing has a lot of drama, and one of these days I'll do a whole expose video about it. But the long and the short of it is the LARP group that I was a part of was perfectly okay with people that sexually abused women, children, domestically abused women, and would threaten assault on people that were at the game. But God forbid you question their rules. No.
Is the push talk thing? Well, not push talk. Is the in-game thing working now?
Yep. Cool. There you go. Yeah, I will say from being in that same LARP group, it was very much, a lot of them were Cartman, just like, you will respect my authority. My mercenary power allows me to be above you. Yeah. I am Lord Baronato. You will respect me.
I literally have a video, because I was part of the executive board of that group. I have a video that I recorded one of our meetings
where we discussed the fact that there was someone that went to a lot of the advertising events for us that was acting inappropriately with underage girls at the advertising events, and he got no consequences for that. But they did later want to kick him out over the fact that he was associated with a different LARP group that they didn't like, that he was friends with members of that LARP group. So
Jesus.
Acting inappropriate and potentially sexually inappropriate with an underage, like a 14-year-old girl, was not an issue to them. But God forbid they be part of a different LARP group, or they have friends in a different LARP group, was what it was.
Real quick question. What are we fighting, bots or bugs?
Terminids.
This entire
Bugs.
patch is for
Bugs.
Terminids.
Yeah.
Fire weapons, got it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole patch is for underground stuff, new bug enemies, new
Oh, okay.
everything.
Cool, so
It's
my
a whole
flame
reason.
shotgun does perfect then.
Yep, apart from the bug dragons that are going to start fucking you up, but we don't talk about those.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Cool, so impact grenades, got it.
Incendiaries, anything fire.
Oh no,
Does
I got the breacher or breaker incendiary for the shotgun. The redeemer because it's full auto side arm, it's good. And then I got the impact grenades because for whatever reason I've seemed to be pretty good with just baseballing these things at aerial units. I've become anti-air myself. Very weird.
Orbital napalm barrage. That's probably good.
No, actually, it's not going to be. Remember, we're underground.
Yeah, Arista, when
Oh,
I
yeah.
reported a
Well,
sexual
technically,
abuser in
yeah.
the group, they referred to it as a complicated issue. And my thought was, no, the fuck it's not.
I was
It's
gonna
a
say,
really
no, it
simple
ain't.
issue. There ain't shit complicated about that.
All right, let's go.
I
kill
think
some
I think the
fucking-
reason was because a lot of the other people in like the leadership of that group act the exact same way, so they didn't want to set a standard of getting rid of this guy and then potentially having to get rid of themselves.
It was also very much like friends, because the people that were offending were the ones that were also friends with people in charge.
No, when I reported Kel, he wasn't friends with anyone. The only person he was friends with was me. And they referred to it as a complicated issue, but I think it was because the behavior that I was reporting him for and the specific way he was going about it was something that a lot of the people in the Noble Council were also guilty of.
Crap.
Arista, I had a woman at that group that constantly screams about, not talking inappropriately to people and blah, 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 for no reason come up to me and tell me that a video that I posted on Facebook was in her spank bank. She, for no reason, unpromptedly told me that she jerks off to videos I post on Facebook because I posted a video of me
As you
working
do.
out. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was Liz. Did you expect any different?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
The one time that she was struggling with the tent at a event, and I'm like, I just leaned down, would you like me to help you? She's like, don't ever ask a woman if she needs help. If she needs help, she will tell you she needs help. And it's like,
I'm a biology major. I've taken 6 different anatomy classes. And she talked about something came up about someone hurting their knee, and I was explaining, okay, well, you have this stint in there, and blah blah blah. So keep an eye out for this. And she tried to correct me and tell me, well, I had knee surgery one time, and the doctor told me this, and blah, and started telling me how wrong I was. And then I said, which was basically I was like, Liz, I'm a biology major. I've taken like 6 anatomy classes. I'm telling you that this is true. And she yelled at me for mansplaining. Well, first she broke down crying, and then she told me off later for mansplaining to her. I was like, no, it's not mansplaining when you are objectively wrong about something, and I have a background in that science, and I'm telling you the truth.
How
Okay,
fucking dare you?
y'all want me to use, sorry, real quick, y'all want me to use muscle enhance or stamina or radar?
I don't take this game seriously enough to care.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what the best strategy, what the best mortar for me, or the turret for me is.
Honestly, because if it is going to be underground, mortars might not work too well. I don't know if
I'm gonna do
aerials how that work.
autocannon. Autocannon's good.
I don't
at
think this is.
heavy.
I don't think this is an underground mission.
There
I think this
are
is just
underground
open.
things.
Is there?
Yeah.
Because this is
Remember I
specifically an
played,
underground
the
mission where you have
last
to
couple
go down and
missions.
destroy certain things. But there might not be.
Last
one
couple
yet.
missions I played, there were underground sections, but there's also a good chunk of outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also openings in the tops of a lot of the caves.
Yeah. No, that this same group, they accused someone of being a Nazi, and they told his family members of his that they found out information that he was a Nazi. And when I went back and checked all this evidence that he had, it was someone tagged him in a post that was pro-Trump, and that was the only Nazi thing they had. But all the other conversation surrounding it was the fact that they didn't like that he was questioning their rules. So they told a man's family and friends that he was a Nazi because they wanted to ruin his reputation, so that if he talked back about them, they wouldn't look good. All because he questioned the rules. I forgot to get my dog. I don't need that either.
I have a gift for us all.
Oh, okay. I was about to summon my exosuit, but you know what? I'm going to summon it anyways. Fuck you. Yeah, no, and you were a part of LARP groups. You know how they are.
I have to get in the actual door for driving.
Yeah. I'm getting in an exosuit because those things roll over so fucking easy, and I'd rather just blow
I've
shit
never
up.
used them.
They roll over so fucking easy, man.
I got a
Wanna get
shield.
Want to get the turret? Hell yeah.
Staley, where the fuck are you going?
There's an objective right here.
Staley, stick with the team, man. Don't wander off. Who does that? See, the joke,
good.
chat,
Get
is that
good.
I do it all the time, and I'm about to right now.
Yeah, I've played Supervive with you.
Yeah. I don't wander off on Supervive. I'm pretty good. I stay wherever the fuck Grim is on Supervive.
Restart this thing.
But I wander
shit.
off.
I meant Wildgate. That was
We
gonna
got
be-
Oh,
a
yeah.
bunch. We got a. Okay, so
Why isn't it letting me fire? What the fuck?
to the east we got bug nest. Wait, the flyers and everything.
Wait, am I fucked up? How do I fire?
R2.
You left click.
Yeah, but it's not doing shit.
What have you got? What have you got?
I was in the Patriot exosuit. Okay, that worked. I just had to get out and back in. Sing mode is one that I haven't turned on in a while because I tend to be perpetually sick and whatever. But I have to sing everything I say. I'll turn it back on against
Jesus.
eventually once I'm properly hydrated and shit.
Wrong gun.
Oh, that went through all that really quick.
Ah! What are you driving?
I am not a singer, no. I'm a horrible singer. I really want to learn to sing. I want to start taking vocal lessons. One of my friends is a vocal
Same.
coach.
Okay, this car is sick.
Is it not rolling over on you?
Beep beep.
I know,
No.
at least on
What
the automaton maps,
need
it
a
tends to
res.
roll over on me a lot. That sounds like a you problem, buddy.
Oh shit.
I got stood on by a charger.
Up to, I took lessons for operatic and Broadway style vocals for 14 years. If I could learn to sing like Peyton Parrish, I'll be very happy.
I want to learn how to do screamo.
I don't really want to learn how to scream. I just want to be able to sing well. I need to get into another mosh pit. It's been a while since I've been in a mosh pit. It's been a few months, and I'm
haven't-
okay with that.
Genuinely, like a really
miss
powerful
moshing.
voice when I'm doing shit.
What?
So, like, I think it'll be really cool.
What do you say?
I said I miss moshing.
And I said I have a really like powerful voice when I can shout and stuff, so it'd be nice to actually use it properly.
I don't
can just
even
be
know what
loud.
my vocal range would be. I have no idea what my vocal range would be.
I think mine would be quite good. I just haven't tested it. I definitely be able to do a lot of deep stuff.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna need to call in a resupply just so I can fucking drop some more grenades. Jesus.
We need grenades.
I miss Moshi too. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's getting to the point where I'm old for it. But to be fair, the last mosh pit I was in a Kill Switch Engaged concert, and I was in their mosh pit, and it wasn't that bad on my body. But the one I was in before that, like, was it was for Saliva. It was Adelita's Way, Saliva, Drowning Pool, and someone else. And that mosh pit got crazy, and it was like probably a week of barely being able to walk.
My funnest moment doing a moshing pit was when I was almost 300 pounds.
That does not. Well, you know what? You fuckers in the pit are a problem. When you got that big boy in the pit, and it's like, oh, there's not shit I can do to move you.
That's just an immovable object at that point.
Yeah.
Oh no, what made it even better was the fact that this is at the same time when I was doing SCA heavy armor. So I'm essentially just the shield wall.
Yeah. I love good mosh pit culture, and I love this last pit I was in. The floor was kind of slippery. And probably my shoes are getting old and worn out, but the floor was kind of slippery. So the number of times that like I would kind of slip and do a roll, and I would slip, and I'm really good at taking a fall. Like I took martial arts when I was younger. I'm really good at taking a fall. I know how to take a fall. So I would slip and then just immediately roll back into like jump up and stand up and keep running. And the number of people I had like walk up to me like and be like, you know, it's a circle pit, you know, so we're all kind of running in a fucking circle. And walk up like, hey, man, are you okay? You took a pretty heavy fall. I was like, yeah, man, I'm fucking fine. Like, this is great.
There's, get out. There's a
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, gotcha.
Get out.
Mine was a Fall of Troy concert in Nashville. Nice. I'm too old for that, dude. You're 31? Yeah, I'm 31, but I'm military. I'm former military, so my body's that of a 50-year-old. You age twice as fast, at least, in the military. But then, at that same concert...
What does that mean for me?
Well, you were a reserve, so it doesn't count. You age twice as fast for the times that you were active duty. No, I love because you always like one of my ex-girlfriends was like 5'2". She was like a goth fitness influencer on Instagram. And she was like 5'2", but she was about the pit. The first time I got into a pit was because she wanted me to get in a pit with her. And she was like, she was tiny, but she was like strong and was just throwing dudes around and would complain that none of the guys ever wanted to like, you know, get rough with her too in the pit. Like they were always like too gentle with her. She's like, no, I want them to like, I want to be knocked around. So like I learned real quick, like, yeah, the women in the pit want to be a part of the fucking pit. So this last concert I was at, the last time I was in a pit, one of the women was in there, was like the only girl that was in the pit at the time, was getting upset, like was actively getting upset. Come on, no one wants to push me. Let's go. And she looks at me and is like, come on, man, like, you're not gonna do it. I was like, okay. And I push her and she pushes me back and we chest bump each other. And like a whole bunch of the dudes in the pit were looking at me like, bro, you just shoved a woman. And it's like, she wants it. And she was like, yeah, let's fucking go. And like, yeah, we hung up for a while there. It was great. It was a great time. If you're in the pit, you're gonna get hit. That's just how it is.
Ah. Yeah, I've got pits and stuff coming up in October. Can't wait.
Come get this ammo.
My next big concert is I did not get tickets for Breaking Benjamin, and I can't remember who's playing with 3 Days Grace. I thought I had, and then when I went and checked, I didn't get them, and by the time I realized that, they were like several $100s per ticket, so I wasn't going to. But I have Papa Roach and Rise Against in October. And that's at nice. Like the one for Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace is at Amphitheater, so there's no pit. There's a pit's not going to happen. But Papa Roach and Rise Against is at a place where there is always a pit, and I'm fucking excited.
Yeah, I'm traveling all the way down to London in October to go see Architects, which is going to be so good. I tried to get tickets for less Moshi, but my friends and stuff were like, oh yeah, we're going to try and get tickets for fuck. The name escapes me. Shit.
Ooh, Necro Goblin. That's awesome. I would love to see that.
Yeah, they want to get tickets for my cab, and I was like, it's not really my thing, but I'll try. Then I saw the price. I was like, nah, I'm not paying 100.
Yeah, none of the my chem is around me. The way I kind of decide whether or not a concert's worth it for me is either it's a band that I really, really, really want to see live, or there's gonna be a pit, and you can kind of tell
where the band is, like by the band whether or not it's going to be a pit, but also the venue. So there's like some bands it's like, yeah, I might kind of like to see them, but it's not worth the price because it's at a venue that's not going to have a pit. So I'm not going to get in there. I'm not going to pay for the tickets. But I'll go see a band that I don't care about as much if I think there's going to be a pit.
I have an arena near me, and like a lot of bands go there, and the atmosphere of the arena is worse than what it is in some of the smaller places.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking annoying because all the big bands I want to go see go to the arena, and I would genuinely far rather get on the fucking train for 2 hours, go somewhere else to a different arena of the same size, because the locals are from there are just fucking better than the locals I have.
Yeah. And that's the big amphitheaters too. Like, it's such a pain in the ass, and unless you got really good seats, like you're so far away, and the good seats cost more. But luckily, we have a few places around here where like big bands come, and they're small venues, and they have like a good environment.
So like we went to go see Bring Me the Horizon, just around the corner from us. You know, a notoriously quite gothy band. You know, fairly young compared to what. You know, some of the older stuff, like, you know. But I heard like 2 or 3 people, as we were leaving the venue, go, holy shit, I've never seen so many goths in my entire life.
Yeah.
As if to say that they weren't going to show up. Like, bro,
to
you went to a
Bring Me the Horizon,
concert.
yeah.
Of course
I
there's
went
going
to
be
see
goths
My
around.
Kim, and everyone was wearing eyeliner? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, dude, you signed up for that shit.
Fuck are you talking about?
There's so many emo people here at like My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah,
I'm kind of sad. Like, I had the chance to see Falling in Reverse, but I did not realize that they were going to be local until like the day before, because it was last week.
Don't talk to me about Falling in Reverse. Don't talk to me about Falling in Reverse.
It was last week. I'm going to talk to you about Falling in Reverse. It was last week that they were going to be here. Oh my god! Fuck you! Go.
Hold up. I'm going to interrupt. Falling in Reverse was supposed to come to the UK December last year, but the government said because he has a felony, he's not allowed in.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
So the day that I travelled down and was already in Manchester, ready to see them the next day, and they get the fucking thing on Twitter being like, "Yeah, by the way, I got stopped at the border. I can't come in." I'm like, I thought you'd already done the paperwork, Ronnie, you stupid cunt.
I remember you telling me about that. No, I was supposed to see that, I saw that they were gonna be here, and it was last Wednesday, and I did not see that they were gonna be here till Tuesday, and the tickets were still like $40 a piece. But it was at an amphitheater, and I don't really care for amphitheaters as much unless it's a band I really, really, really want to see live. And I just did not have the energy for it. But I'm kind of sad that I didn't, but also I did not have the energy for it. But Falling Reverse is like an emo band. They're like a emo goth kind of bands. They're
emo goth rappy kind of nowadays.
They're an alternative band at the very least. It's kind of they have that stuff. You definitely like
know some songs if you're in any close to that scene.
Yeah,
you know their songs.
Hands on one of the best bands I've seen on stage. The stage presence was amazing. The 2 best bands I've seen live were Necrogoblin and Devin Townsend. I saw Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper. They were at the same concert. And I went to see Rob Zombie and didn't even really know Alice Cooper was going to be there. And Rob Zombie does not put on he puts on a show, but he's not good live. Like, musically, he's not good live. But he puts on a hell of a show. But Alice Cooper was fantastic live and put on just a hell of a show. It was amazing. It's saying I'm having
I went to
connection
go see Fall Out Boy a couple of years ago, and they were pretty good live as well. They put on a hell of a show. Oh, and so did Bowling for Soup. They were funny. They were great.
Yeah, well, Bowling for Soup better be funny. The last concert I went to was Judas Priest with Sabaton as the first part. Ooh, I didn't even know they were still touring. The very first concert I ever went to was the Who, the HU Who. Before that, I had never really cared. I was like, I don't really care about concerts. Why would I pay all this extra money to see someone live when I can just listen to them whenever I want? And I went to see the Who because I'm like, oh, this will be neat. And the girl I was dating at the time wanted to see them, and I was like, nope, I get it.
Yeah, the first time I opened up my lungs and just fucking screamed at a band, I knew that shit was for me.
Just the fucking energy at some of these concerts, man. It's phenomenal.
Like, when I first started going to gigs, I didn't go standing because my partner had some health issues that couldn't stand for long periods of time. And the friends who I went with went as a group of 4. She had like severe anxiety and stuff because she didn't want to get shoved around, so we always did standing.
Mhm.
And then my girlfriend got better. She stopped hitting the gym and stuff, lost a lot of weight, got some better confidence, and then we started going hitting it standing. And we went to go see Linkin Park standing, and is it a fucking different breed?
Oh my god, fuck you!
So good. Oh my god, you just killed a bunch of dragons. This map is beautiful. Holy shit.
Oh no, I'm liking it. It's good. Yeah, no, I gotta go standing, man. Like, I don't want to, and that's one of the things with the amphitheaters is if with the amphitheaters, if you want to get a seat in the pit for even like a garbage band, it's going to cost you a minimum of $300. Or if you want to get a part in the pit, though, where you could be standing.
How?
But
for
like
any band?
For like basically every band, yeah, man, it's
Like, I
crazy
paid
expensive.
I paid the equivalent of like $200 for Linkin Park.
Yeah,
In
it's
one
insane.
one of the biggest stadiums in the world.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know how big amphitheater is, but
It's well, I'm in Virginia, and we got some expensive shit here.
yeah. Fair.
But it was yeah, that one is whatever. So I only really go there if it's a band that I just really want to see live. But then we have like a local, like, it almost looks like just, you know, a mom and pop store, fucking music store, but it's pretty decent size, but not that big. And the tickets for those, if you go there, the tickets are always like $35-$40, unless you get them like last minute. They're always like $35-$40. Like, I saw Killswitch Engaged for $40. It was amazing.
Yeah. When I was gonna go see Fall in Reverse, I think the fucking tickets I paid for Fall in Reverse were like 25 quid, so like 30 US.
Yeah. I wanted to go to see Powerwolf this year, but obviously that went out the window. I have a friend that went to see them this year. He goes to see, like, it basically all his money goes to fucking concerts.
Yeah, I had some stuff. I like had like 2 years of just fucking going to see everyone who I wanted to see, and I've kind of done that now. And I will still go to more concerts, but I've kind of toned it down.
Yeah,
a lot.
Orista, if you like operatic because you were trained operatically, and you like metal, look up Grave Shadow. Grave Shadow's the band that my friend who's a vocal coach is in. Really good. How the fuck do I get out of here?
Oh, I really wanted to see fucking what are they called? I literally had the name in my head before I started talking. Electric Callboy, if they come to the UK.
Who?
Oh, I would do. It's like EDM meets heavy metal. It's great.
Industrial?
It's so good.
You mean
It's
industrial,
like-
right? Like Pain and all them?
Yeah, because that's,
No,
like,
I'm talking-
that's like Powerman 5000 is kind of like EDM meets heavy metal. It's industrial punk.
Industrial. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know if the term we use. Let me look it up.
Well, yeah, because you gave up your chance of industry when you lost America, so.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. I mean, industrial music is a genre that originated in the UK, United States, and Germany at the same time. I just want to be a twat.
A twat? You
Don't
want to be a twat?
fucking
You want
die,
to be a
fucking.
twat? I'm pretty sure it's pronounced twat.
Yeah, it's like electric. It's electric metal, basically. Hence
I
Electric
was
Callboy.
supposed to see Powerman 5000, but then I did not sleep the night before. This was recently. This was back in July. I did not sleep the night before, so when it came time to like decide whether or not to go to the concert, I was like, I'm gonna get in the pit, but my heart is racing right now just from the lack of sleep. I don't think I should do this, so I didn't, and I'm sad.
All the bug holes are over here.
Oh, where's
Yeah,
up
I've
for
got a nade.
extraction? I'm just trying to get the fuck out of here.
I think extractions is like a while, so it's like 3 minutes. There's an extra 50 seconds on it, so.
Okay. Oh god damn! This fucking charger's getting me.
There's ammo outside the bug holes. I've just spawned it in.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
I need to drop in an exosuit.
Watch out.
Well, I died after getting ammo. That's a waste.
Hold on, I got a wasp up here.
Okay. I killed that charge that was coming for me. I'm making my way downtown, walking fast, insects pass and they're dying. Do do do. I'm crushing. Do do do. Their carcass.
Oh,
do,
no.
do, do. Du, du,
Did
du.
I just?
Can we
You,
get
you
a
fucking
respawn
sniped
with
me mid-air.
I'm so sorry.
How
I
the
closed the
hell
hole though.
you headshotted me? You fucking
No.
sneak shot
Yeah,
my
they're
ass
pretty
in
great,
the air.
Arista. And Rax, the lead singer, is just a lovely person.
Wonka, can you get out your
I
big
was at
shiny
the
metal
last
armor?
one.
Headless,
You
please?
motherfuckers. I'm throwing you back
Zach's
towards the
just marching
charger.
around. Zach's just marching around. He's like, you know what? Bite my shiny metal ass.
Well, I had to get out of that hive, and I couldn't find out the way out. And then when I got out of it, there was a charger that was chasing me. I could not kill it. I had no grenades, so I just had to loop it around a hole while an exosuit dropped. I was literally making it do circles around a rock.
Back to the caves!
Why?
Back to the cave. We
We're try-
must finish what we started.
Oh, I'm going the wrong direction. What the fuck?
There's bug holes that need closing!
Wait, we already closed them, I thought they said.
Oh, there's one left,
It's
I
like-
think.
Is there?
There's I got like 3 of them.
I appreciate
got
the
'em.
fact that these flying insects are weak, because if they were strong, that would be infuriating.
Oh, we
I
got, like, I didn't realize you spawned us fucking in Narnia in comparison to before.
Okay. Because you're British doesn't mean you need to quote shitty British books. I like
Whose
Narnia.
samples are over here?
I was a fan of. How did I break a leg? I'm in an exosuit. I walked over
Darn
something
it.
in an exosuit and it said my leg is
Feel
broken.
issue.
What the fuck?
Have you not seen Gundam?
Not really. I didn't watch a lot of Gundam. I was a Transformers kid.
I was a Power Rangers kiddo.
I did like Power Rangers, yeah.
Hey,
Zoids
Beetleborgs
though. I
even
was a
better.
Zoids kid. There you go. Zoids was my shit. If we're talking about mechs, it's Zoids.
I've just never really been a fan of the mech genre. Full stop.
But Zoids is mechs, but animals.
Nope.
And
Although
Evangelion is
technically,
just horrible ending.
I couldn't get into Evangelion to begin with.
Destroyed a stalker lair. Where the heck is a stalker lair?
Oh, Darling in the Franxx.
I've
Attack on Titan, that's very
watched-
loosely a mech show.
Yeah. All I know about Darling in the Franxx is 01 or whatever the fuck her name is pops up in porn all the time.
2B?
No, two B's.
I know. I know.
Doing
Doing it
that's
on purpose
different.
to infuriate people.
I've never watched a lot of Evangelion, but my girlfriend was watching it because it's her sister's favorite anime. So I've watched parts of it, and she told me what the ending was, and I'm like, wow, that's just fucked.
Oh, which ending? Because remember, there's like 5 different endings where time basically is just some timey-wimey bullshit.
I know the main ending is that everyone dies, and there's an apocalypse.
There's like
Spoilers!
4 of them. That's what
It's
happens.
like a
Everybody dies.
20-year-old anime, you piece of shit.
Yeah, that I couldn't get into as well. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just hitting the piss. Why do you just walk on that landmine? You fuck. I can't remember. There was a show my girlfriend was watching, which she said which was really good, but the like final 3 minutes ended up basically just being a PowerPoint presentation of like what could have possibly even been an entire season of shit.
They're like,
She's
we
like,
lost
I did
That
funding.
was awful.
We lost funding, so
Basically,
we gotta
and
we gotta
instead-
wrap this up.
We lost funding, but instead of giving it to potentially someone else for a season 2, let's just ruin it.
Yeah.
Like
So the Metal Gear Solid 5 ending, pretty much.
Well, do you
Yeah.
speak Japanese, Arista? I know a little bit. I need to finish learning it. How the fuck do I get to this extraction point? What the fuck?
You just walk right past it.
Did I?
Yes.
yeah, you're being dumb.
It seems wild that it'd be in the middle of this cave system and these canyons.
No.
No, I saw it on the way here.
Am I stupid?
It's- Look
Yeah,
to your
it's
left.
right in. It's literally like.
Oh my
See the
God.
beam of light?
Oh my god, I did walk right by that.
Twice.
Hey, fuck you. Fuck you.
Boy.
I'm not a
I mean,
gamer, okay? I have a girlfriend.
I do too. What's your
Same.
excuse?
Yeah, but she lives far away, so that's why you're still a gamer.
Same. I had a girlfriend for the entirety. I had spent 2,500 hours in Counter Strike.
with your partner, Mammoth. What the fuck are you talking about?
I dated when I put 2,500 hours into Counter Strike.
Exactly. when you don't live with them, it's easy to still be a gamer. But I live with my girlfriend, so I have better things to do than play video games for 6 to 8 hours a day, and then record videos, record videos about video games, and then make a lot of content about video games. I have better things to do than that.
All you gotta do is make it your job.
Yeah, well, it is.
Like I said, you're only needed for 7 seconds a day. It's fine.
I'll be kind. Give him 30.
I'm sorry, Mammoth. Well, I'm sorry about Mrs. Mammoth. Mrs. Mammoth, if you're in chat right now, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You can get a lot done in 7 seconds. Trust me,
What did we decide it was that we were gonna when you were gonna come to America and I was gonna take you to a gun range? What
it was when it was like we're genuine. I think it was like 100K.
Yeah. If it gets to the point where like we're making enough money that you're full time, I will pay for you to fly here. I'll take you to a gun range and a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Run away.
Quote, I think I put out a short on this, Arista, but I think it's kind of funny. The only thing I can remember how to say in Japanese is I speak Japanese, which means the only thing I can do in Japanese is lie.
Hey, I know more German.
Yeah, well, Nazi.
God damn.
I'm black.
I watched Django Unchained, man. I know how that goes.
I'm not Kanye.
That was Samuel L. Jackson in Django.
No, I was talking about.
You're talking about Kanye in real life. Okay. Yeah. Okay, fair.
You got Kanye in real life. Samuel L. Jackson did play in The Spirit and SS Soldier, like full Nazi regale and everything, which is just kind of hilarious.
Get him a Route 44 Dr. Pepper at Sonic. Ooh, that's right. Okay, so we'll go to. I'll take you to Sonic. I'll take you to Cracker Barrel, and I'll take you to a gun range, or I'll take you to the even better. I'll take you to the mountains because we have some land up in the mountains. And
take him to West Virginia. He
then
has
there's
all the
no restrictions. There's no restrictions on what you can do. We'll get you some barrels of tannerite. I'll get you barrels of tannerite to shoot at. You know what that shit is?
Oh God!
It's how you make exploding targets.
Why are you gonna do that to
him? That sounds like a fucking fun time.
Yeah.
Zach, why would you want him to get hit by the car door?
Because it's gonna be a fun experience for the British man.
Is that what fucking
America?
Is that what that?
Tannerite makes exploding targets. Yeah.
Wow, what was he fucking called? What was the fake Russian guy?
FPS
Soviet,
Russia.
FPS Russia. Yeah.
I need a revive.
He's the one that nearly got nuked by a car door.
Yeah, I'll get him some of the. We blew up cinder blocks with some of those fireworks, man. I remember we put one. I can't remember what it was, but we put a firework in the middle of a cinder block, and we couldn't. Like, the fuse had come out, and we couldn't remember which direction it was supposed to go. So we accidentally put it so that it was facing down.
Extraction is here, boys!
And it literally blew the sides of the cinder block like 20 feet apart. It was great. It was basically dynamite. It was fantastic. Where the fuck are
I'm sorry. You're getting left in here. We are leaving.
I dropped a reinforce.
Oh,
I guess it doesn't wait for them. Okay. I need to go get the food. The food was waiting outside. I'll be right back.
Oh, I'm dropping back in.
Goodbye.
I'm crispy.
Oh fuck yeah, I got cooked.
Crispy, juicy, tender. I just threw my newborn kid into a blender. Well, the shotgun is officially stupid. They've screwed with it again.
What's stupid?
Shotgun.
Oh.
They made it good, and then they screwed it again.
The Halo gun's pretty good.
How do I get the Halo gun?
You spend like $10 and buy it.
Of course. Spend money I don't have.
Hidden behind the war bonds. Unless you got 1,500 blue creds lying around, but I somehow doubt it.
I mean, we could do cred farming.
Nah, that's it. I have nothing better to do. I'm gonna do some random shit kind of thing.
Yeah, I only have 225 super creds.
Gotta get your racks up.
Well, I also only casually played this. I haven't played it in a while.
No, I feel that. I think I
Yeah.
got like 70. Yeah, I
I
got
think I have-
70 super credits.
I have like 110, and that's collected, I think. Because I only had to buy some. I can't remember. My brain no worky. I bought 1,000, and then how much did I buy? I can't remember. I don't even know what the fucking button is. Super.
How do I
Super
interact?
credit.
Okay,
I
you
bought-
know what? You know what? Okay, so you saw that I just left. I said, "Oh, my food's here," because I saw
Uh-huh.
something get dropped off at my door on my video camera. And then I go out and there's like, oh, that wasn't my food. That was my Amazon order. So I open up the Amazon order. It was a gift for Dez. I give it to Dez, and I come and sit down, and then I just get the notice. Give what's her fucking name a moment to drop your food off. So I came and sat down for no reason. No one has ever suffered more than I have at this moment. No one. No one in the world has
First
suffered.
world
I have to
problems.
stand up again. Can you? I'm an American, and I had to stand up twice in 30
Yes,
seconds.
we know you're fat
This
and it
is
takes a lot
bullshit.
of energy.
I'm furious.
Get fucked.
So I have to ask, which of the actual like war bonds should I be getting?
You can see what's in them before you buy them, I think. So just whichever one tickles your fancy, to be perfectly honest.
Well,
Like,
what is like useful at this point? Because there's a difference between, oh yeah, let me just get the one that I like, and well, I need to get this one because it's actually useful stuff in it.
Yeah, but you say
It's
that, but
all
you could get something
technically
that's
useful.
you could get something that's useful, and the next time you play it, it could be nerfed into like the shotgun. So get whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter.
I like the one with the portable hell bomb because I can be a suicide bomber, and that's really fun. But like other than that, man, like it's all useful. It's all got guns, this and that. There are a few that have like less guns than others and more armor.
One of them
type
has like
shit.
a
How does-
teleportation stratagem thing, which is kind of cool.
How does the Halt do both light armor penetration and medium armor penetration?
Can you believe I had to stand up twice in order to go get my food that was delivered to my door? Can you believe that? Can you believe
Damn,
that shit?
man.
Also, okay,
Your
so,
Amazon?
so hold on. I need to explain something that's
me, Waluigi.
I need to explain something that's been happening in my household lately. I think the gods have cursed Dez with a food magnet in her face, because the number of times recently when like I've tossed her a snack or tossed her a piece of like her food that's wrapped up or something, and I aim it perfectly. I'm a good shot. I aim it perfectly so it should land in her lap, and then it just hits her straight in the face. In the last week, I have accidentally thrown so much food in my girlfriend's face. And I don't know why this keeps
accidentally.
happening. I'm not doing it on purpose. Like, I went to throw
Just
her a
order
fortune
it.
cookie. I went to throw
Yes,
her a
yes.
fortune cookie just now, and it hit her right in the face. The other day, she ordered like an apple pie from McDonald's in the middle of the fucking night. So when like I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go give this to her, and I toss it to her, and it hits her right in the face. And this just keeps happening.
Tell the
I
stream
can't
that so
stop
you can
throwing
clip
food in
that.
my girlfriend's face.
Wait, don't American apple? Wait, are American apple
Ma'am,
pies
is
big?
there anything we need to know about, ma'am? Do you need us to separate you from your boyfriend? No. It was just an apple pie. It was just a McDonald's apple pie. I promise you, it was just an apple pie.
You just hucked it at my face at mock fuck.
Well, I've heard a lot of excuses, but that's a unique one.
Look, just be glad it wasn't a British apple pie because I was a deep fried.
No, this is a deep
So
fried
that
one.
shit
This
would've
is
been
this
hot.
is a McDonald's apple pie.
Oh,
It's
no,
deep fried. It's fucking
Yeah,
In America,
no,
everything's deep fried here.
yeah.
No, in America, a lot of the places used to have it was baked, not
Don't
deep fried.
you fucking tell me that America doesn't deep fry things as much as you. Who the fuck
Wait,
are
whoa,
you talking to?
wait, whoa, I might be wrong, but I swear
Hold on.
I thought they were baked.
Apple.
No, my good sir.
They are
I am.
baked. They're not deep fried. They
Oh.
used to be.
Yeah, back in 1992, they switched to the baked version because of
I thought they did.
yeah. Okay, no, they used to be fried. Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, fuck you and trying to say
Because, you guys can have, like, fucking high fructose corn syrup in all your drinks instead of sugar, but a slightly too hot apple pie causes health issues. And putting
love
toys
cane
inside
sugar,
of
man.
chocolate is illegal because my dumb country will choke on it.
The thing I missed the most about fucking Honduras, because I was in Honduras for a little bit, the thing I missed the most about Honduras was soda with, like, real cane sugar. My God, that shit was good. And there was this energy drink, Raptor. I have it on one of my wish lists on Amazon just so I can see if the price goes down, because it's super expensive to import. But it was this energy drink called Raptor that was like a fruit juice energy drink that used natural, like, cane sugar and natural, like, fruit juice, and was so fucking good, man. And you can't get it in America unless you order it to have it shipped to you. And then there's, like, it's like $40 for, like, a 12-pack of them.
Bro, European Fanta is ungodly compared
I
to
got to
American.
imagine, man. I need to try it.
It's so good.
I tell you what, when
good.
I fly you down here to corrupt you with my American ways, bring me some European Fanta.
I will bring you some British staples.
You heard that, chat. We need to get my channel to be successful enough that I can afford to pay him 4 times, fly him to America for a little bit, get him immediately deported and arrested by ICE, shipped down to El Salvador. But in the meantime, take him to a gun range and give him some Cracker Barrel and shitty American food.
As long as I declare the right things, as long as there's nothing that's actually bad. Sugar's not
Listen,
bad.
it doesn't matter who you are. You're getting deported to El Salvador.
The only thing I don't know if I can bring over there would be Iron Brew, because I think this.
Bro, you're Canadian. You're not going to get supported to El Salvador. You're going to get fucking kidnapped and, like, tortured for information so we can learn how to take over Canada.
Oh,
because apparently that's a goal that we have right now.
We aren't taking over Canada. That is literally Canada's the reason we have war crimes. We are not taking them over.
Let us rip again. Let us go. Give us a reason.
This is all just a posturing method so that no one can say that we're responsible for Canada anymore. No one can be like, "Hey, you need to reign in Canada." Because, like, oh no, we're not friendly right now. We can't tell them what to do. Hey, Canada, go take them out.
It's like the one short. So, is it considered a war crime to contaminate their food with naturally occurring bacteria?
Yes.
Yes.
That is what the skit says. I'm just repeating that.
It very much is. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
Doesn't matter if it's natural or not. If you tamper with something, you've tampered.
It's biological warfare. Yeah, SARS is natural. Like,
if
anthrax is natural. It's still a fucking war crime.
Technically speaking, if you fart in someone's face, it's biological warfare.
No, it's not.
That's chemical.
No,
sorry.
I still don't think that'd be considered, like, because it's. I think no.
Weaponized pink eye.
I will say that McDonald's in Poland is goated though, because they have these decadent ass chicken wraps with actually good chicken strips in them. Oh,
it's at the very least assault.
Wawa has it could be technical assault. And the interesting thing is you can charge someone with sexual assault if they spit on you and you say that is a sexual thing for you. So it's either considered assault or sexual assault depending on how you felt about it.
I'm 100% gonna say that someone spits on my head.
I love that. So an interesting a funny little thing that's happening with, like, South. If I don't know if you watched any of the recent South Park videos, or episodes where South Park has been going, like, hard after Trump, and they're protecting themselves with this thing called, like, the tiny penis loophole or whatever it is, because in their depiction of him, he always has a tiny penis. So in order for him to sue them for defamation, he would have to confirm that it is 100% accurate recreation of him, which means he would have to admit to having a tiny penis.
Isn't that got something? Are they going really hard on him as well because bought out by the government or something?
No, it was they're going hard. There's a theory. They're going to go hard after him because that's who they are.
Because it's what South Park do.
Yeah, but there's people that are theorizing that one of the reasons why they're going hard after him is because the merger with Paramount and whatever the other company is caused them a lot of issues and grief, and they're wanting Donald Trump to punish them because they got their money. They don't need it. They got their $1.5 billion. They're good. But they're kind of like trying to fuck over the company that bought out Paramount or merged with Paramount.
I was just so glad. I just found it so funny that they used the exact same voice actor,
That's
and
Saddam
exact
Hussein.
same model as Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
It
Hey,
was
guy!
just so good. So good. He just acts the same as well. They literally basically said,
No,
oh
he's
yeah,
just Saddam
Trump
Hussein.
is Saddam Hussein, the same person.
And then he started
It's so
spouting
good.
shit about, well, apparently America wants dictators. They're saying I'm a dictator, but they want a dictator. So, like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
So good. I don't even watch South Park, and that's just so good.
Dak, what the fuck are you doing right now?
Gotta look good when you're blowing up a bug.
The first time I culture the naturally occurring strep aureus bacteria in my throat and add it to the food of my enemies to give them strep throat, will cramp at the end. I mean, there's no law against it yet, so yes, there is a law against doing that. It is assault, and potentially could be considered assault with a deadly weapon, and would get the modifier for using something that's bioactive. I see you there. I see
Not
you
a
in my
war crime
webcam.
first time.
Okay. Oh.
Into the caves.
Guy's just trying to get me with a laser eye pointer. Oh god.
He's not smart enough to look at it. You got to trick him.
Dez, Arista says you're beautiful.
Why did my stuff spawn here?
I don't know if they can hear you.
We could kinda.
Well, you will be able to hear a lot easier than chat will because the compression happens through Streamlabs, not through my microphone. I love you. You enjoying your new toys? You enjoying your new toys? Your crazy checkers? Do you want me to explain why we're calling it that? So my girlfriend may or may not be developing schizophrenia. She's been having some mild hallucinations lately, and they're scary for her. So one of the things I remember seeing someone did that had like really bad schizophrenia is they would always carry around their phone with the camera out, and if they saw something that they weren't sure was real, they would pop up the camera, and if it didn't appear on the camera, they knew it was a hallucination. But that's not really something she could effectively easily do. So what I was originally going to do is I was getting her like a dots camera like from Phasmophobia, or a dots flashlight like from Phasmophobia, but those are really expensive and really big. So instead, I just got her a bunch of laser pointers that she can carry around for her. That if like she sees something that she's not sure if it's real or not, she can shine the laser pointer over it, and if it doesn't, touch the thing, like if the laser pointer goes through it, she knows it's not real.
Oh, smart.
Yep.
Why is the guard dog working so well?
I forgot to summon mine. The guard dog's fucking fantastic, but you have to remember to not get in its path because it will just kill you.
Oh
Did
no,
they fix
I've
it
had it
yet?
almost. Nope. I've had it almost fucking torch me several times here.
If you're using the eye of the beholder and I beholden. Thank you for that, Arista. I'm sure she appreciates. Well, she's in chat. That's Servant Teeth. Baby girl that makes two of us. If you see, what is your name? What is your name in the Discord now? I think it's something the Roblox Queen. That's her, and Servine Teeth in chat. Yeah, that can be really rough. My grandmother and uncle of mine had schizophrenia. Most terrifying about it is that you can just develop it. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. These new having to go into these canyon maps, super cool, super pretty. I keep getting lost.
Yep.
Yeah.
You definitely were a lieutenant in our lifetime.
I was good at land nav, man. I wasn't good at
You
making
sure
sure the
about that?
radio stayed, right? One of the times I did land nav, I was the radio guy, and I kept knocking it out of frequency. I don't know how.
Oh.
So I try to check in and like just not be on the right
You
frequency.
have to extract with the SSD?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go drop this off at fucking Exfil and then come back.
Yeah. You also have to remember, Stack, by the time I got to the point where I was doing land nav, I had been making maps for combat support for a while. So I knew how to read the fucking map. I made the fucking maps. I corrected our instructor on how the maps work because he was wrong.
So where are we going?
I am heading there. We have to deploy the seismic probe.
Ah, there's a dragon!
That makes two of us? Yeah, that can be really... Oh, yeah.
Guys, there's a dragon outside!
That sounds like a you problem, man. I'm going to deploy the seismic probe.
Oh, do I get my guard dog back out? It's just staying on my back.
It's with you. It's actively with you right now. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's with me. No, it's with you.
Yeah, it just wasn't deploying.
No, it's auto. If it's on your back, it's deployed.
Oh no, it isn't. If you press down, you can actually deploy it and retract it. Oh, okay, cool.
Wait, hold on. Okay, what would that be for me? I didn't know that that's even a thing you do because I'm using mouse and keyboard. That was a fairly manly cry. Don't gas him up, man. He doesn't deserve it. I'm so mean to you when we play Helldivers. I'm not mean to you most of the other time, but when we play Helldivers, I'm kind of mean to you sometimes, but not nearly as bad as when we play Helldivers. I am such a shit to you when we're playing Helldivers.
Yeah, but
okay,
I'm a shit to you
think it crushed me.
Yeah, I mean, it is, yeah.
Yeah, you take it, you receive it, it's fine.
Yeah, I was in the Navy.
Yes,
I grew up in the UK.
Yes, everything in the UK fucks him.
Exactly.
I don't think we have a Navy base there, so it's fine.
If we did, the Navy would be loving it.
Jack Molesworth, I believe, is an Army base? Any chance we schedule Game of Repo? Yeah, man.
Right, where's that SST?
I'm down to play tomorrow.
I will see. I really need to get through fucking Hollow Knight because Silksong comes out in 2 days.
Yeah. I might actually try to play it too on stream.
I am nowhere near the end of the game.
And there's another fucking dragon.
Because I've never played Hollow Knight before, but I've like watched some stuff in it. And it seems like fun, so I might try to play it too before Silksong comes out.
It's a good Metroidvania.
Yeah.
I've just always been putting it off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm definitely down. I have a mod pack for it that I use.
No, Dragon, don't come here, don't. Please go back.
It adds a lot.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's a guard dog if somebody wants it.
Oh, I have my own.
Alright, I'll pick up my guard dog, and if I don't get killed...
I took your guard dog.
How the hell did that...
But
The bug just hit me one time and killed me. How did
it almost got me. These ones do a lot of damage.
Get headshot, motherfucker. Oh, did you know that Arrowhead made Magicka, by the way?
Made what?
Magicka. You ever heard of it?
I've heard of it used as mana in Skyrim.
It's think Helldivers, but with really shitty wizards instead of
Actually sounds really fun.
It's an older game, and I had no idea that Helldivers Arrowhead even made it. I found out when I read an article today. Pretty cool.
Neat. I'll do a 45-minute video on it. Just to piss off all the people who say, your videos are too long.
No, drop the fucking hard drive! I don't want the hard drive!
You okay, bud?
I dropped the hard drive 3 times and it picked it back up.
This dragon can't go any fucking where.
I'm in a cave. Safe from the dragon, not safe from
I'm other
else.
places.
You are not other places. You are right beside me, and you just stepped on me.
Oh, well, I'm not in the
Oh,
cave.
no.
I'm not in the cave. That's what I meant.
I was at the extract dropping off the SSD so that I didn't have to pick it up anymore. But that's done now. The dragon's fucked off? Is
Nope.
he coming back? Oh, he's coming back.
Bam. Okay, I'm gonna log into the probe. God damn it. Hey, fuck off. Leave me alone. No, no, stop it. Bad dog. Bad dog. I thought that was my actual dog for a second, Des. I thought that was actually Gimli for a second. Yeah. Ah, fuck you. I appreciate that most of these flying ones die real easy, so it's not, like, super hard.
Yeah, the little dragons are fine. The
Yeah.
drakes are fine. The big dragons, less so.
Okay, I need you guys to cover me while I confirm the scan area. Someone getting my emancipator.
Excuse me? At least buy me dinner first.
Get up in my big, hard, metal booty.
He wants it up the ass.
Yeah.
Hear that, chat? He's cheating on Dez. Other people. He wants them in him.
Yeah. She's cool with it. God damn it, I got fucked up.
Yeah, this dragon thing is fucked, man.
It's
Like,
fucking us
time
pretty
is
hard,
just
man.
I'm dropping a hell bomb. I'm gonna try and bait the dragon to come here and just blow up the hell bomb when it comes down.
You're gonna fucking in-dragon this shit.
Oh, I just got... Okay, goodbye, hell bomb.
Is my emancipator still alive?
Mm.
Oh, I'm so dead. I've never understood why hell bombs
Wait, hold on.
just
I got lasers.
don't explode when something destroys them, but the random little
Oh,
ones.
shit.
do.
There's a lot of like actual explosives that are in like C4 won't explode if you like hit it.
yeah,
It'll
but
only
there's
explode if it's given the right electrical charge.
there's the non detonated hell bombs you can find around the map and just shoot, and those ones explode.
Well,
Oh.
because something
Cool.
your mom.
I apparently took out the Shrieker nest as well as everything else.
Yep, that's a hell bomb.
Oh no, I dropped a orbital bombardment.
Oh, sweet.
You heard me say your mom, right, man?
Oh, you
I
killed
wanna
the
make-
dragon!
I want to make.
Yeah, I just said, fuck it, I'm getting tired of this thing, and I just dropped the thing right at my foot.
Mammoth,
It's like,
I need
cool,
you to
nice.
acknowledge the fact that I shit talked your mom. I need you to
Nope,
acknowledge
here's
that.
another one.
Ah! Can't acknowledge you shit talk my mother because dragon,
Well, I need you to do it anyways.
and I'll be dragging these nuts around your mama's face. Ah!
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I'm surprised it's taken us this long to do a fucking dragging these nuts joke. To be honest.
To be fair, yeah. Okay. Well, I'll be done in an hour or so, so I'll join you for Beastars in a bit, love.
Hmm.
Is the dragon dead?
Nope, there's another one.
No. I thought he was eating orbitals, but apparently not.
Yeah, there's another one.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
We're on 5 difficulty. We're not even on a hard difficulty.
Okay, I'm gonna bring a fucking laser next time. I didn't realize the dragons was this much.
Mine is still on Reach Fresh.
This
Our
fucking
dog activating the seismic scan.
This nest sucks. This nest needs to go to.
Yeah. Okay, we did it.
Ah! Fuck off, dragon!
Oh, we got another fucking scan to do, and it's all the way across the map. Hey, guys! Have you considered fucking off? My favorite thing about the guard dog is it lets me just kind of run away. Oh, but no, because there's a dragon. Fuck! Hey, you remember that one match we were in where we were just getting bombarded by like 17,000 of the big guys constantly, and it just became running away and hoping we...
I do remember that.
That wasn't fun.
That's kind of this.
Well, I'm kind of feeling that right now, but at least then we were on like difficulty 8, so it made sense.
No, I think
It's
we
a
were
new-
only
it's a
on
new
6
enemy.
that time.
It makes sense.
Yeah, because we
New enemies
were
are
all
always
mad
gonna be
about
the
the
old
fact that it
levels.
was supposed to be a lower level.
Either way, I'm blaming the game for how badly I'm playing, not me.
Oh,
I don't take
No, I
ownership for
agree.
my actions. Taking ownership is for losers.
I have no idea how I'm still alive, but I am. There's 2 dragons.
Yes.
What?
Well, that's not good. Can I get another? I can't get another emancipator yet. I'm just gonna make my way towards that little thing, the long way.
Wait, can we? Have we done the actual trial? Nope. Do we just need to go get that data and then leave?
I
Fuck
think
it,
so.
I'm
Yeah,
running away.
that's what I'm doing. I'm heading straight towards the fucking slow scan area.
Did I put the car on?
Wait, the dragon's weakness is we have to shoot out their wings?
Is it?
Oh, is it the wings?
Yes, we gotta shred the wings so it can't fly. From what I'm seeing damage-wise onto things.
Oh yeah.
I mean, makes
Maybe.
sense. Probably should have picked a
Well,
assault
I'm out of
rifle.
ammo, so-
Let me in. Let me in.
Hold on, damn it. There you go.
Third time's a charm.
I don't even know how many times I've died today. It's a lot.
Okay, I flipped the car. It didn't work.
I flipped the
You're
car.
right.
Don't flip my car. Please tell me someone gets the reference.
I do, but it's a British weirdo, so I don't care.
Sorry, I'm busy right now with dragon and everything. And I'm dead.
Dragon
Never mind.
Deep!
Dragon
No!
is nuts! Ah! We got him! Fucking you stupid fuck! We got 45
Nuts
seconds
big.
before we can revive you.
I think this might be my last game for the time being.
I'm making my way downtown, walking slow. Why can't this guy sprint faster? That is my
'Cause you're-
biggest pet peeve, and I get it from a balancing perspective. But one of my biggest pet peeve in all these games where you're playing some sort of super soldier is the fact that you get like 10 seconds of sprinting.
Oh, you're not a super soldier. Remember, you're.
Oh no, you're a disposable piece of shit. You're a fucking nobody. But nonetheless,
No, you're
anyone
even
should be
less
able
than
to
a nobody.
sprint for
You're a
more 10
clone
seconds.
of a nobody.
Are you clones in Helldivers?
Yeah, remember crowd pods?
I didn't know you were a clone. Fuck.
Yeah, every time you spawn in your ship where you get, like the crowd pod literally pops up there and the person pops out. Yeah, that's why it's like everybody's a clone. Oh shit, I'm alive. Ah, fuck.
You are the last person alive. Godspeed, soldier.
Where the hell am I going?
No, they're not clones.
Into the ground?
I just looked it up. They're not clones. They're just coming from a crowd.
No, they're just disposable people.
Yeah, they're just people. In Void Crew, they're all clones. The whatchamacallits are all. We fucked up.
We fucked up.
Yes.
What even is that?
We
What?
failed Liberty.
Some
Liberty more like a
fucking
bunch of dumb fucking shits.
some streamer is bragging about the fact how he's going to do 1 second subathon where every sub is once. Like,
He's
at
every-
what
every-
point
every
are you
sub
just
adds a
scamming
second.
your fucking yeah? Well, at what point are you just scamming your fucking audience?
I hope he gets exposed. Yeah, in the middle of the stream. I hope every time he gets a sub, It adds 30 seconds to his explosive diarrhea.
I hope it
So what we need
lasts
to do
for,
is we just need to find out which stream it is, do a collaborative thing, and play the brown noise.
Mm. Well,
Zach, you'll have to take one for the team. You're the most famous of us.
that's a stretch, but I guess categorically, yeah. But
apparently
we
it
all
fell
died
sh-
6 times except for Stack. We all suck.
How many did I die?
12.
Yeah, I suck.
You also fired the most shots with the least amount of accuracy.
Yeah, I was trying to kill the fucking dragons that were flying around me.
I got 2 accidentals.
All right.
He did
y'all,
it, and his subathon lasted for 11 minutes.
Y'all take it
How,
easy.
how long was how long was the base time?
Don't go to man. Take care.
I would assume he started streaming had like 60 seconds. I don't know, but apparently someone was saying that he made like a shit ton of money in like 11 minutes.
Did we do a video on that?
If you want.
Just calling him an insufferable piece of shit.
Could do. I mean, he literally posted 2 hours ago. Damn, bro, maybe next year.
What was the damn bro maybe next year about?
The fact that he started it and it failed it miserably.
Yeah, of course it fucking failed. Okay. You guys want me to lower the difficulty?
I'm just gonna put a different strategy on, to be honest. I think the biggest problem we just didn't have enough fucking areas before.
That was kind of it was chaotic, but it was fun.
It was fun. We just didn't have the right gear for it. I had no getting fucking the fly guy. If I had my laser, it would quasar rifle. It would be fine.
No, Wazer rifle? You want a Wazer rifle?
Laser rifle. Yeah, it lasted 11 minutes. But then again, what's that? How many subs is what's the math calculator? I can't do
660.
first grade math.
It's 660.
He's definitely on the 70-30 split, so
But it also depends on how long was it starting. Like, did he start with
does he
a
have
10-minute
mods
base
enabled?
time, or?
I can't. Does he have mods on?
Here's what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn off the ability for people to sub to me, and then I'm going to do a subathon, and I'm going to announce that for every sub I get, I'll play for another 24 hours. I'm going to turn off subs. It'll be hilarious, everybody. It'll be fucking... You have no idea how funny that'll be. Fucking nerds.
Fucking nerds, he says after rambling about what was it, biogenetic stuff for like 2 hours.
You can't even figure it out? Biomedical engineering?
Yeah, I don't even remember. No, I'm not a nerd.
You're calling me a nerd? Rista, he's calling us nerds. I'm gonna beat you up.
Okay, no, it lasted for 29 minutes.
Hmm.
And his base
Stroke,
timer was set to 10.
My God, that's close to 1,200 subs.
Yep.
I hate him. I hope he dies.
He streamed for a grand total of 33 minutes and 10 seconds. Made an ungodly. Fuck you. I hope he put a lot of effort into the fucking.
Yeah, hopefully it's like a lot of stuff was happening.
Oh, he was just reacting to content for 10 minutes.
Oh, so he's the most reprehensible streamer possible.
I hope he spent money on like sets and stuff for like themed things he was gonna do whilst being live and just lost a shit ton of money off of it.
Yeah.
I can respect subathons. I can't respect one sub as one set.
Yeah. Subathons are fun.
That is
Because that is like manipulating your audience.
yeah.
I hope he gets infected with like a new version of necrotizing fasciitis that specifically targets his genitals, but allows them to like regrow and then cuts them off again.
I hope he gets Ebola for these gulads.
I hope he has he gets like a penis growing out of his nose that's constantly ejaculating cum into his sinuses.
I hope he gets the Black Plague on one testicle and Ebola on the other one.
I hope his mom calls him and says she's very disappointed.
I hope he stubs his pinky toe on every single piece of furniture in his house.
I hope he's cursed with like just always being kind of itchy. Like just a little bit itchy all the time.
I hope he constantly has this feeling of needing to sneeze but never sneezes.
I hope his hands are always just a little sticky.
I hope he fucking dies a painful death.
Clip that.
I did. I also marked it out so we could pull this entire rant later. Like we'll know where it is. It's 3 minutes and 23 seconds in. We'll know where it is. That was...
It started off pretty rough. It got progressively more and more just mildly
annoying. I hope he
fucking
dies.
dies.
That was so stupid. Oh wait, hold on, I'll rest up. I hope he goes on a date and when he thinks it went well and asks the lady for a second, when she just looks at him and says, "Oh, buddy." Oh, that's worse. That's worse than painful death, Arista. Like the joke of, oh, the worst you could say is no. No, that's worse. That's fucking worse. The worst you can say is, "Oh, buddy."
I hope he gets fucking catfished by a 40-year-old basement man.
I hope he goes on a date with someone he thinks is the love of his life. When he tries to get a second date, she says, "You know, honestly, I was just trying to lure you here for a free meal and a potential serial killing victim, but you're not even worth spending that much time around."
He's so insufferable. I think you're better off in the world. She'll cause more havoc than I do.
Yeah. My goal is to hurt people, and goddamn does your presence do that. Anyway, seems like a good guy.
Oh wait, I need to put the right thing on. Oh no, I did put the right thing on. We're good.
I appreciate that you're enjoying us being absolute fucking degenerates.
Oh, that was funny.
Hmm.
It was pure stupidity.
That's fair. We are. We're bad people. We're bad people.
Not as bad as him for scamming his fucking audience.
Yeah, no. He's worth
He fucking deserves it.
Like, we might be a little bit Jeffrey Dahmer right now, but that dude's fucking Hitler.
That guy's like if Hitler and Jeffrey Epstein had a fucking child.
Well, they spent all that time in Auschwitz trying to figure out how the two men can have a baby together just so they can make one horrible child, and it was him.
That's where Hitler's gold went.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who wants to sleep on phone and hear me existing in the background on phone but not talking? I've been there before. I've existed before. I know what it's like.
Careful that hell bar called in an orbital.
Oh, shit. What the fuck?
It's napalm. I thought it would do something. It doesn't look like
The
it
way
did.
you said that, it's napalm. Like just an excited fucking kid. Guys, it's napalm. Look what I got.
Yeah, I made
Yeah.
napalm. I
Look,
committed
Daddy.
war crimes.
I committed a war crime. They don't have faces anymore. All of our caskets are going to have to be closed at their funeral. I can still hear the screams, and it puts me to sleep at night.
Carl.
Carl, that melts people's faces, Carl.
You can't eat people's faces, Carl.
There was a point in time when I could quote all the llama and hats, but I still
I
can
haven't
quote.
watched Lava Hat since I was like fucking 12.
Yeah, and
man.
I haven't watched like The Cloak in years, which is another one of the things he did. And I used to be able to do that like perfectly, and I could still do like one line from it. It's like a police officer shows up. So what's going on here? Well, we're burying the axed up body of we're burying the axed up body of a popular CEO of a popular toy company and the former grave of a Mr. P. Whittleston, the late Mr. P. Whittleston. We dug up and threw into a canal across the street to make room for his casket's new residence. Candy Mountain, Charlie. I've been here for 3 years. It's like an hour and a half away from me. Oh,
Your
okay.
friends.
The Auschwitz Memorial, yeah. You know the wildest thing? When I was in 10th grade was European history for us. So when I was in 10th grade, we did a field trip to D.C., and part of that field trip to D.C. was, like, we were all told that the first thing we had to do, a bunch of, like, 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, was had to go to the Holocaust Museum. So, all at once, like, 20 to 40, I can't remember if it was both classes at the same time, 16-year-olds showed up to the Holocaust Museum. I don't think that was a good idea. I know, like, I was respectful, because at the time I was less of a degenerate, oddly enough, but, like, I know a lot of them fucking weren't.
Kids are assholes, man.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I saw some of it. It was bad. It wasn't a smart decision to make. I get the why that they did it, but like common sense should have won out there. Do I want to send a bunch of teenagers that are basically sociopaths to a very somber location and expect them to be polite and respectful? Probably not. The whole series was great. I remember when I was younger, I wanted to get into film. And Jason Steele, the guy that made Charlie, was a film graduate. So I emailed him at one point. Like, I emailed his business email address and asked him about, like, film schools and what he would recommend, and he replied to me, and I was fucking starstruck. But at the museum? At the Holocaust Museum, no. I think that's a separate one. But the information about World War II that was taught in school and stuff when the U.S. was so one-sided. Yeah, it was, well, I mean, we learned a lot about that when I was in school. We learned a lot about the internment and all that. I'm 31. I don't know, like, how old you were when you were going to, like, to school or what it was like in Ohio. I grew up in Pennsylvania. Predominantly, I lived in a bunch of different places, but mostly spent my time in Pennsylvania. I got my attention for arguing with my 6th grade teacher so that she wouldn't cover internment camps or acknowledge. Yeah, so we're around the same time. No, my teacher definitely acknowledged them, and like we learned about it for sure. It wasn't something we kept secret. I had an English teacher tell me, and mind you, this was when my dad was like deployed to Iraq. I had an English teacher try to tell me that I was wrong for saying the Iraqi conflict was not as bad as Vietnam. And I think that's just kind of objectively true. When you compare, like, deaths...
Vietnam, you guys went in there expecting it to be all hunky-dory, got ambushed to fuck, and then just it was all downhill from there, right?
Well, it was a police action, so there was a latitude that we weren't allowed to go above. So we weren't allowed to act in our full warlike capacity. But it started with the French. The French were the ones that started that war, and the president was advised, do not go in to assist the French because they're just going to retreat and leave, and we're going to be left with the problem. And he's like, no, they won't. They're our allies. So we went in to assist
the French.
Yeah, we went in to assist the French, and then the moment we got in there, they pulled back all their troops, and it became our problem.
Yep. There's the reason why we all hate the French.
Same area too. I was on the border of Ohio and Penn. I was right in south central Pennsylvania. Walking
If you're
between-
French, I'm not sorry because I hate the Brits too, and I'm allowed to say that.
No, we really had no business being in Vietnam, but it became like a situation. I mean, I would say from a moral standpoint, it eventually like got to a point. It was like, yeah, horrible things are happening to the South Vietnamese, so like we should probably try to help them, but we didn't have business getting in there in the first place. So it's kind of a mixed bag of. I like the point in time when you could try to claim that America was the good guys. That when we went into places, we did it to like bring freedom and help people, and that's not the case anymore. We had our secondary motives. We had secondary motives, yeah, but at the very least, we were helping people while we were doing that. Yeah.
Vietnam was the equivalent of a group of 4 Helldivers going into Helldive difficulty automatons. Tell me I'm wrong.
Do you know what the average? do you know what the average life expectancy of a Modus gunner was in Vietnam from the moment they opened fire?
10 minutes?
7 seconds.
Jesus Christ!
Because everyone on the battlefield wanted that guy dead. The Modus, by current like Geneva conventions and rules of engagement, you are not allowed to fire the Modus at a person because it doesn't leave anything left to be buried. So you're not allowed to fire at a person. So if you fire at a person, you have to say, oh, they were standing behind a wall, or they were standing behind a vehicle and I was targeting the vehicle and missed. Because it doesn't leave anything left to be buried. So like the average life expectancy of a Modus gunner from the moment they opened fire was like 7 seconds, because every single one of the Viet Cong wanted that guy dead. So they just changed fire and started focusing on that guy. And I know a guy that was I knew a guy that did 2 tours in Vietnam as a Modus gunner, and he's one of the ones that like we'll be up at the cabin together, we stand around the campfire, and we'll be drinking, and he'll just start talking, and everyone just shuts the fuck up. Everyone just shuts the fuck up because he didn't until he got his cancer diagnosis. He never told a single fucking thing. He got that cancer diagnosis, and then it just all started coming out when he's drinking, and it's like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to react to this. I'm just gonna let you talk, man. You say what you feel the need to say, and then we're going to pretend it never happened. It's like you are saying some horrifying fucking things right now, and I'm glad you're comfortable talking about it now, but goddamn. Good guy, really good guy.
Saw some shit.
Yeah, saw some shit. It's like there's this YouTuber Larry Lawton that I love. And he at one point was like on the FBI's most wanted list, and he was the most prolific jewel thief in the United States. And he will like tell stories because he'd spent 12 years in prison, and he'll tell stories about his time in prison. And I appreciate the fact that he has a very interesting structure for how he determines that someone is a good person, because this is a direct quote from him. Yeah, there's this guy, and he killed 3 people with an axe. Good dude. Killed 3 people with an axe. And like, what the fuck? And he says he's a good dude because he wasn't a rat, and he didn't betray anyone, and he didn't sell anyone out. So he's a good dude. Killed 3 people with an axe, but good dude. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, like once you're inside those walls, if you just kill dudes, no one gives a shit. If you touch a woman or a kid, you're
he's got a lot of stories. Like, look him up. Look up Larry Lawton. He's got a lot of stories about, like, because people just ask him questions. So what happens to chomos in prison? And he's like, yeah, so we had this guy, and I found that they asked me for his paperwork, and because he did legal work in prison. I found them paperwork, and they found out he was no good. He was a chomo. So, these two guys were just having a conversation with him on one of the lower tiers, and we're slowly navigating him into position. And on one of the upper tiers, someone had like a floor buffer, and they just dropped it on him. And like, I don't know if he's alive anymore, but like, Jesus Christ, man, he deserves it. I'm not going to say for a second. I'm going to take a stand right now and say that pedophiles deserve whatever horrible thing happens to them. But it's like just the casualness with which he talks about, yeah, this dude's probably dead. It was real bad. My fucking God. Well, what branch of the military were you in? My stepdad was discharged before he got with my mom, but he was in the Marines. I was in the Navy. I was expeditionary in the Navy. So I point that out specifically to say I was never on a ship.
Send a napalm! Get the fuck out!
Oh, I probably need to get my dog back out. I still call him my stepdad because he raised me and we still talk, but he's not with my mom anymore. I mean, that's fair. I know a lot of people that are actually like that had really good relationship with their step-parents, so they still actively keep in contact with them. Even after, like, a divorce or whatever. Her current partner was in the Navy. Good man. Or not. There's a lot of shitbags in the Navy. I am not, like, I was in the military, and I was straight up tell you, just because someone was in the military does not mean they're a good person. They're more likely just a piece of shit. Active duty in Desert Storm? My dad served in Desert Storm.
You have served democracy well. Extraction awaits. Tagging map. East, 200 meters.
Dad was a CB. God. Okay, good. Then really good guy. Yeah. Hold on, let me get my robot too.
Oh yeah, I forgot that rocket just sends off a big fuck-off explosion, and it sounds really cool. And looks really pretty.
I ran out of storage space, so it stopped recording.
That's not good.
Worst case scenario, we pull the if we want something from this, we pull the fucking VOD.
I think we got all we needed from that fucking.
Yeah, we can pull the VOD if we need to. I summoned the exosuit on top of myself, so I don't have it anymore. It's gone. It's back there.
I'm probably done after this game anyway. So
Yeah, I was probably gonna.
not much left.
I was gonna probably do it. Get off too. Watch Beastars with the girl.
I'm going to bed. It's fucking midnight for me.
Yeah, as long as they like recognize that the PTSD is affecting them, then it's something that they can kind of deal with. It's the ones that refuse to admit that and they're still dealing with it that sometimes can be a little bit problematic. But I'm mostly thinking there's a lot of people I know that were in the military that are just pieces of shit that joined for self-serving reasons, which there's nothing wrong with, but are just assholes and garbage people. And because of the way that they chose to serve, screw over their shipmates and don't feel a problem with it because they're just out for themselves. But that's kind of everywhere. Like, that's everywhere in the world. It's not just a military thing, but it's one of the things where I know a lot of people are like, oh, military people are probably such great people and blah, 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 and they're such good workers. No, there's a lot of shitbags. There's a lot of pieces of shit. Just because someone wears a uniform, don't assume they're a good person or a good worker. I'm just heading straight to extraction. I'm really bitter about losing my exosuit. Venom, can you find me someone to raid? Venom knows my type.
Goths and VTubers.
I do raid Raven Alternative often enough when there's not someone else on that I want to bother raiding. But I also appreciate the fact that she's actually one of the somewhat bigger streamers that actually shouts out people when they raid her and, you know, is chill with them. Prin is streaming? Who's Prin? And I specifically try to pick the VTubers that don't over-sexualize themselves. Because, like, I have no problem with people, like, listen, get your bag how you're going to get it. I have no problem with, you know, sexualization if people are doing it to themselves. I just try to, I prefer wholesome VTubers. I prefer to, like, I really enjoy, like, the wholesome VTuber community. I think it's more the community that surrounds those that it's about. Because the ones that overly sexualize themselves just get some of the grossest people in their comments in their chat. Like, listen. Hey, good. Is Prin just spelled Prin? And generally, I try to, if I can, choose to read someone has about the same amount of time unless it's like they're cool.
Nice.
Started valuing stuff.
Around.
Gotcha. Okay, I can raid friend. I can summon. No, there's no response.
Oh, good. I died. I became pissed.
I mean, if I can't find someone else in Raider, yeah. Well, I died. Do I have any?
I died again.
God damn it, man.
To be fair, I spawned inside of the bug, and then I shot the bug, and when the bug died, it exploded and took me with it. So
yeah, it sounds like a lot of excuses. You were inside a big, beautiful woman, and you exploded. Got it. You exploded real quick.
Happens to the best of us. I'm probably gonna die again. Because there's like a million bile spewers next to me.
That was wholesome. I do cuss a lot, though, so I try to keep my stream 18+. I don't want to get yelled at by some kid's mom for saying the fuck word. Yeah, I cuss a lot. I want my community to be wholesome in the sense that they are welcoming of everybody, but also fully recognize the fact that I say words like fucking shit and damn and cunt. And if you're going to be here, I'm going to say it.
The term wholesome degenerates is what you...
I remember I had someone staying at my house at one point, and I cursed. And they went off on me about, you shouldn't be cursing. Don't curse around. I don't want to hear cursing. I was like, you can get the fuck out. You can get all the way the fuck out.
You're a grown-ass adult.
You can
fucking hear it.
It would have been one thing if they're like, hey, I don't appreciate cursing. I know this is your house, but like, I'd appreciate if you didn't do that. It was the attitude at which they told me how to behave in my own house. Nah.
All right, I'm dropping ordnance. Get on the ship or die.
Okay. If it blows up the ship, I'm going to be furious.
Once it starts a cutscene, I can't.
Okay. That's raid.
Oh my god, so many fucking
I need to start
bots.
doing my Century friendly stream. I enjoy that. I also have had people that feel the need to chastise my behavior where they're... Yeah, it's a problem. We are getting off right now, Grib. I am sorry. I'm about to raid somebody. I'm about to raid a VTuber. Everyone go say hi and make me look good, please. Austin, what the fuck? Can you go through? Okay. It's 7 p.m., motherfucker. Raid.
Looks like. All right, that's a lot of feed. Hopefully, Ghostbusters bed comes with free.
Okay.
Ectoplasm.